Do 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 do. All right. Drink the last of my upper before I start hitting downer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all age ranges and sexual affiliations. It is time once again for the legendary Fanfiction podcast, held only a mere 104 times a year. Truly, a legendary one-of-a-kind event. And let's see.
What fresh hell is this?
It's the fresh hell of your own making.
I see.
For you have brought such misfortunes upon yourself, and you have none to blame.
I see.
Indeed. Let's see here. At sign and fox, O ye authors of little will. All right, so do I have any stories to start off the night? Not particularly. No.
Hey, that's a positive sign.
No. A positive sign is banned from Twitch.
I'm sorry, what?
A positive sign is banned from Twitch. No, not really. I mean, it's just I don't have any stories. I was too busy fucking working because, like, half of my crew decided they were gonna call out sick this week. So, kind of busy. You know? Busy and tiring. And it was just a whole bunch of bullshit. And recently a company decided they were going to change how their program works, and instead of, like, oh, I don't know, depreciating their old program, they decided to release a new program with the same functions. So when that got installed on everyone's computers, it fucked a whole lot of shit up because both programs were still active on their computers and they were both trying to control the DNS. So you can imagine how well that went. So yeah, a whole bunch of shit got stupid. I pity the RFs. Our tier 2 guys are not did not have a fun week either because of all that. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, right? You know, you call in at 10 a.m. saying your internet's down, and then I make a task for you and I send it up as an emergency, and maybe no one took it, maybe someone did took it and just never fucking called you back about anything, right? I get it. So you want to call in again? That's fine. That's great. Fantastic. I understand. However, the 5th time you call in isn't making anything go faster.
Sure it is. I'm angry. That makes it go faster.
Yeah, well, what it did make go faster is my threshold for not picking up the phone.
Can you do that? Like,
Yeah. Well, I'm not supposed to, but as someone who is currently in the top rankings of picking up the phone by 100% more than the second person, yeah, no, I can get away with it. It got so bad at one point this week that my boss was like, "Hey, there's like 18 tasks sitting in the queue," and then he added everyone but me and was like, "Hey, Sneaky's doing a lot of fucking work. Can you guys pick up some of these tasks?" So, but yeah. So a new tweet from Fanfiction. These retards. Facebook login is apparently not working. Which, whatever. I would appreciate it if they fix the fucking alert system. Because I am only now finally getting occasionally an email about a story update. 3 months out of date.
I'll be honest. I thought you said, yeah. I'm also barely getting them.
Yeah.
I will be honest though. I thought that you said Facebook's stuff wasn't working, and I was like, since when does Sneaky give a fuck about Facebook?
I don't. FFN, you can sign into
No,
FFN
I know,
using
but
Facebook. Yeah.
I misheard it. Oh, I see.
Yeah. But yeah, so. Anywho. What we're gonna read tonight is honestly, I don't know. We haven't looked at
Obviously,
Avatar
we're
in a
gonna go
while.
to the FF section, Fallout Fire Emblem.
No. Let's go with Danny Phantom. We haven't done Danny
I'm
Phantom in a
sure
very
there's
long
one
time.
of those, and I'm sure it's dog shit.
Oh, probably. No, there was like 6, I think it was, right?
Wait, 6 of that?
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember we went to it last time around.
No.
Yeah.
Fallout Fire Emblem. We did do Fire Emblem, but I don't think it was Fallout.
Anyway, so Danny Phantom.
Oh God.
Yeah. What could go wrong with a Danny Phantom story? The Phantom and the Tail Feaster. Okay.
What?
During Jazz's trip home, she was kidnapped and almost raped by 3 men. Okay.
It's immediately escalating, I see.
Yeah, a bit of an escalation. However, she was saved by a mysterious woman who turned her into one of her kind. Now, Jazz must control her new powers and tail if she is going to help Danny save Amity Park. And she also needs to control her new feelings that she has for Danny's dick.
Hey, oh, what?
An adventure romance story featuring incest.
Perish.
You know, I had a list of things that I expected to see out of the Danny Phantom section.
This is fanfiction.net. Incest really should have been on your list.
I just never thought to myself, child show and incest, you know? I guess that's my fault.
I mean, that was your first mistake. Come on, it's the internet. You should have known.
Yeah, I suppose I should have. Fucking, I know, I could literally see those 2 little shit heels fucking sitting in another voice chat.
Yeah. I mean, it's not surprising. But anyway, so we've got incest Danny Phantom queued up.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, so Jazz is going home, and then they start sexually assaulting her. Okay. Yeah, what the hell is that? Okay. So a woman jumped down and she totally girl bossed all over the men, using her tail. Normally I would eat people like you, but you're disgusting. Wait. Normally I would eat scum like you, but scum like you is too disgusting to eat.
So what will you eat then?
Yeah, so wait, what's the threshold then for being evil enough to eat, but not too evil to eat? So what, you eat the petty thefts, but you don't eat the murderers?
I have to get the scum off the streets, which means I'll eat the homeless people, the petty criminals, and the jaywalkers.
What, is she gonna vote Republican next?
But the murderers? Oh gosh, no, those are disgusting.
Yeah, those are too disgusting to eat. Yeah.
Like, you what?
Yeah. Okay. That's a take. All right. So allow me to give you what you truly want. I don't think they truly want to die. Typically, rapists don't want to die. Typically. Screams were heard in the alley before the woman jumped to the rooftops carrying a drugged Jazz with her tail. I mean, we're hearing a lot of shit about this fucking tail, and we're not hearing a lot of shit about the tail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She set her down before checking her over. The tail moved closer before she pulled her tail away. No, she's not food, she told her tail.
Okay, so the tail is venom. You know, that movie was actually okay.
That's alright. She looked at Jazz. Seeing that she had no clue what was happening, she started to think, knowing that those three weren't the only men that would go after Jazz, because Amity Park is filled with rapists.
And so much crime.
So much crime. Yeah, so much crime that teenagers felt totally safe walking around at night alone. And had nothing ever happen to them until now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one will ever hurt you again. It was only later that the cops found the three men, but they were horrified to see that two of the men were stuffed halfway into the first one's ass. That's not how anything works. Like, it doesn't really matter which direction you approach it from. You're not fitting two fully grown men into someone's ass, let alone one fully grown man into someone's ass. There's literally dozens of horrifying pornographic videos on the internet about what doesn't fit up your ass. And a fully grown man is one of them. I don't care that they're only halfway shoved in. They wouldn't get shoved in at all.
Yeah, it's
physically impossible. And the ghosts get away with doing those physics because they're ghosts and they can just hand wave that. Still not in the top 10 worst things to happen during a pride parade. God damn it, Phoenix.
Okay, Sneaky, you should have known better than to read that one out loud.
I mean, okay, it's terrible, but it's not like, Twitch is gonna ban you bad.
Probably not, but better safe than sorry.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna ask
no.
what I just came into.
I mean, well, no, they're pretty open
Wait,
about what they do during
Why
the
are
Pride
you
Parade.
here?
It's because he was up late today.
It's
I don't
Friday!
Yeah, but you still don't normally attend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have better things to do normally. I've been called out today.
Yeah, I did call him out because I was literally talking to him a minute before we joined.
Yeah.
So I knew he wasn't doing anything else.
And yet I actually was.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see who we got here. We got later on. So basically, the premise of this story, right, is that Jazz from Danny Phantom is about to be raped, and then some girl with a sentient, hungry tail shows up and saves her, and then implants her parasitic tail into Jazz as well, making her into a tail-eating person hybrid as well. And then Jazz goes around using her people-eating tail powers to help Danny Phantom save their town.
But she's horny for Danny now.
But also she's horny for Danny now. Her brother.
Author?
Gray has left the chat.
Please feed yourself into a wood chipper.
Gray loading the double-barreled shotgun.
No. That's far too kind to them.
Yeah,
Gray loading the pottery cannon.
Yeah, I mean, this is Gray loading the punt gun. I mean, it's just like...
You taught me how to make thermite.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, just fucking women. Women, this is just...
Yeah. Yeah, Sneaky taught me how to do that.
I would say this is
Be afraid.
Yeah.
This is certainly the peak of female authordom that we've seen in a minute.
Yeah, hot minute, yeah.
And before anyone screeches at us, "Wah, guys are just as bad," you go look at our history. 90% of this show is going, "What sad horny man wrote this?"
Yeah. And then we get to this. Honestly, though, like that's the thing, though, right? Like, the sad horny men are like, at worst, it's the Naruto story, where he's 3 years old, but it's okay. He has the body of a 5-year-old, and that's why he's able to
I would argue
fuck.
that's worse than this.
Okay, yeah, but let me frame this, right? So, like, the worst guy author we've seen is that Naruto story, where because he worked out a bunch, he was fit enough to fuck his mom and sister because he was raped mentally by a bunch of older women.
Yeah.
That is like the worst male author story we've ever found.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is technically the worst. Infinitesimally 0.001 decimals below it, I would put the Harry Potter stories.
Yeah, but those are all written by women. Those are all female author stories.
I thought the Harry Catboy one was male.
No, no. Peak female fantasy is Harry times Snape. Especially if Harry gets adopted by Snape or Snape turns into his pseudo father figure. Peak female fantasy. So the only one that might not have been written by a woman was the one where Harry turns into a panther and rapes Vernon to death and then has sex as a panther with Fleur. That one...
I'm pretty sure that one was male.
Might be a guy.
There are many things I have missed, and I'm glad I missed them.
I mean, this was a long time ago.
And?
Fair.
Yeah, that one was old news. Bad news, but old news.
But, like, I would say, in terms of averages, the average male author writes a way safer to read story. Like, average male author is like, the women are 2D cutouts, they're thirsting for the guy's dick, the guy gets some stupid OP power and somehow outpowers everyone. It's whatever, right? It's pretty generic, overall fairly safe in terms of how things are portrayed.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Average female author story is like, so then my father and I fucked, and then my brother came in and saw the scene, and then his dick grew 5 sizes and started fucking me too. And it's just like, huh? Average male is a DXD. Yeah, literally average male fanfic is a DXD story, effectively. Yeah, and then the women's stories are like fantasizing about real people, and either the real people are raping them, or they're like breaking into the real person's house and raping them. Or...
Nah. Hang on a minute. There's plenty of fiction with guys that involves like real people.
Honestly,
we just don't see it.
Okay, but that I would say that's the difference between men and women for that. The guys fantasize about it, the women write it and post it.
No, the guys fantasize about it and put it on Orange YouTube.
Yes.
Like, yeah, we're not gonna see it here, but
I still think I personally aren't, because of how Orange YouTube is sanctioned. I find it a greater threat to have that sort of stuff posted here, because this is a website that caters to children.
Fair. Not, I would say, to be, yeah, you know what, I'll give you that. The minimal protections in place on Orange YouTube are technically better.
Man,
Orange
it's also
YouTube
like...
has protections.
It has protections, air quotes. It meets the minimum standard of law for protections when it comes to that sort of thing.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
My point is more that no child is going to accidentally wander onto Orange YouTube without specifically searching the terms that get you on Orange YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as my little brother found out, he searched Kingdom Hearts fanfics and was drowned in a sea of gay incest porn written by horny women. When he was literally 8 years old. And then I had to explain to my aunt why a bunch of 30-something-year-old women were writing about children fucking each other on a child's game and posting it to a website for children.
Yeah.
We know why that is.
It's because they want to fuck children. But yeah, so I would say on the average, the average female story is just far more disturbing in its contents than the average male fanfic. Especially because you see a lot of the real person fanfic from the women, and they're like, in this real person fanfic, the entirety of BTS uses me like a wet hole, and I love every second of it. It's like, you have issues, lady.
No.
You have issues. It's like you fucking sit here and it's like one thing to like sit there and have like a fucking daydream. But like you sat there, you put words to a page, you thought about this. Like you really thought about this. You put words to a page and then posted it under a name about how you wish that BTS would use you like a fucking train. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
So what specific fandom brought this about?
Oh, we're currently in the Danny Phantom section, where a female author has Jazz get superpowers by having a parasitic human-eating tail implanted on her, and then that also causes her to become horny for her brother.
Janice is the goth, right?
Jazz
No.
is the overachieving orange-haired older sister.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why though?
Because female authors are horny. And weird. And
Very.
again, come up with these really convoluted reasons for why the degeneracy occurs. Like, it can't just be Harry meets Snape and they decide to fuck each other. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Ugh.
that happens in a lot of female fics. But, like, a lot of the female fics I've seen, it's always been like, Harry gets grossly disfigured, and Snape is the only person who can make potions that can heal him. Except they need to be administered mouth to mouth every single day for the whole month. And if they ever miss a single potion, Harry's disfigurement gets worse. And so
Ugh.
now Harry has to make out with Snape every single day, or else he dies. And then at the end of the month, they realize that actually they love each other, but only after some sort of super mega dramatic moment happens where Snape has to, like, rush to Harry and give him, like, a full French kiss to get that potion in his mouth at last second.
Please stop. No more. I'm done. No. Blah.
What's
Yeah,
wrong,
that is the
son?
noise that Snape makes. Good job.
Yeah.
Yuck.
You walked into that.
Artist Kid 1013. I make Harry Potter fandom shorts, but I am open to suggestions for a bunch of other things. Oh, no, I know. Yeah, I've seen this guy, this Artist Kid. I've seen some of the fucking shorts. People were making fun of them, where it's just these really weird short stories made out of TikTok snippets of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Cringe.
Male authors tend to be at least honest with the shit. They generally want to write, like, harems, OP main character, stuff like that. Meanwhile, women will jump through hoops to justify their degeneracy. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the shit I've seen male authors write's hilariously degenerate as well. Sign.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not that bad.
Yeah, tentacle fucking a minor. That's not that bad at all.
Yeah, I couldn't even keep a straight face for that one.
Her age was still on a fucking clock sign.
At least
An analog clock.
No,
Yeah, you really shouldn't be laughing about that one.
24-hour clock. Only if it's a 24-hour clock.
Yeah, well, it was on an analog, so.
I don't know what this is referring to, but I judge you harsh.
Predatory.
Yeah, predatory. Sign thought he was dodging Vista's age problem by aging her up 2 years, and he thought that made her 16, but she starts at 12 in canon, and it makes her 14.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, so he's stupid.
Yes.
I did a dumb yes, and then I just rolled with it. I
Sokka
said,
lied
"Fuck
as
it."
naturally as she breathes.
Truth.
Truly, you are
Anyway,
one of a kind.
so the man-eating woman put Jazz on the table, now stripped naked, by her. And
Are we sure this is okay for Twitch?
yeah, I mean, probably it was written by a woman. That's like diversity, right?
Oh god.
Look, this is
God
the
damn
last
it.
day Max isn't here. Okay.
You're gonna get the stream banned.
No one listens to my stream anymore. We're fine.
I mean, if that's the way we're going, I can just go all out, right?
No.
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 You see,
There is a
I
difference.
toe the line.
You sprint
Oh,
over the
well.
line with gleeful abandon, screaming the gamer word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, don't be a PewDiePie, okay? We're not that big. I can't believe I'm doing this, she said, shaking her head, but she couldn't help it. It was part of her species. If a young girl was too pretty to eat, then she had to infect them.
What?
So she hooked up an IV to Jazz, and she started pouring purple blood down the IV.
What?
Yeah.
That's not how IVs work.
Yeah, no, that's definitely how IVs work. And then the drug was going to keep Jazz unconscious. And so she was going to pour all of her blood into Jazz. And so then she started jacking off to Danny Phantom. Oh my god. This is how I know it was written by a woman, right? Alas, she was unable to breed with Danny Phantom because she was in her 30s and mating with someone under her age was not allowed.
And yet you'll fantasize about it.
Yeah. Her blood was fighting against her DNA.
Really?
What?
Really, author?
She walked over to place her forehead on Jazz, humming to calm her down. Soon, horns grew out of Jazz's head, and her hair started to shrink and turn purple. When Jazz's eyes opened, they had turned yellow, and then a tail ripped out of Jazz's backside, bloody and limp, and then she passed out, and she's like, "Welcome to the family, sister."
Did you actually just...
So... The woman is a random character I don't have a name for. She is similar to Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Of course.
Jazz is different in this story. She's older and sexier now. She's sexy enough that 3 men will try to rape her.
Only 3?
Only
That's
3.
awfully
Boy,
specific.
I don't even know where to start with that on, like, a problem level. Like...
There's so much wrong with that sentence.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate it about a 6. You know, right behind. It was okay because even though he was 5, he had the body of an 8-year-old.
Honestly, no, I think this is a lot better than that. Like, not even right behind it. Like, we're talking like a whole, like, you know, 10 number gap. Like, it's fine for him to have sex even though he was 3 because he worked out a bunch and had the body of a 5-year-old. That's like, on terms of justification levels, that's like a 11, okay? Like, because, like...
No, it's seen worse.
No, there's like well, the reason why I say it's the worst I've ever seen is because there's like multiple tiers of what the fuck going on there. Like, exercising so much that you age 2 years, ? Somehow the author believes that 5-year-olds are naturally as ripped as a kangaroo. Somehow the author believes that sex with a 3-year-old's not okay, but sex with a 5-year-old is fine. Like, there's like multiple tiers of what the fuck is going on here.
Teenage author.
No, I don't think it's a teenage author.
No,
I think that sort
The
of
5-year-old?
justification can only the 5-year-old thing. I think that sort of justification can only come out of the worst sort of 25-year-old redditor.
No, I'm with him on that one.
Who's probably on
Yeah,
a
I'm having to agree.
subreddit like, you know, their top most visited subreddits probably like, you know, r jailbait or like r under the clock or something like that.
Yeah, I'm having to reevaluate my opinion on that one. You're
Yeah.
probably right.
it's worse the more you look into it because it makes more and more weirdness is going to be.
Oh yeah. Also,
happening.
you can't forget the part where they're also justifying that it's fine because he understands what sex is. Because when he was a baby, he was mentally raped by 8 women until he was mentally 30. Which is just
Author.
like,
Oh yeah, no, there's a whole lot of fucky in that one.
there's a lot of
I
like,
remember.
The rabbit hole. It gets
No,
larger.
the rabbit hole was
That's
a
a
different
black hole.
Great. The rabbit hole was a different story. It was in the Harry Potter section. We try not to think about that one.
Yeah. Oh, Killionaire
it
is
just was.
not aware of this Naruto story. Okay, so let me explain it in total. So we
Oh
can.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor soul.
So one day we stumbled across a Naruto story in where the author
Hang on. I just gotta say, warning for everybody who has like decent thoughts. Y'all don't want to be here.
Yeah. We stumbled across a Naruto story in which the author was doing a fairly generic self-insert as Naruto in name only, OP main character because Naruto got the 10 tails sealed inside him. Because when the Kyuubi was getting sealed inside him, he used the Kyuubi used the opportunity to pull on the power of the rest of the Biju, who also sealed themselves inside of Naruto, but also because they were all there, they temporarily fused and turned Naruto into the 10-tailed Jinchuriki, and then he was able to defuse them all. And so he had 10 Biju sealed inside him, so he was like super uber powerful. And then because of all of this, Kushina and Minato didn't die, but then Minato died because the author was using the canon that Minato used the dead demon consuming seal to lock Naruto's to lock the Kyuubi away and not to separate the Kyuubi into half so he could lock it away with the 8 trigrams plot that Fanon made up. And so anyway, what this revolved in is we have this baby Naruto in name only now with all 10 tailed beasts inside him. And then the author did a time skip into the future 3 years, so Naruto's 3 years old now, but he's walking around like an adult and talking like an adult, and he's super, like, absolutely beyond jacked. Like, we're talking, like, like The Rock levels jacked, right? And
Maybe The Rock.
yeah. like he is uber jacked, and he has an OC older sister who's a nudist, and Kushina for some reason is also a nudist, and they both walk around nude, but they also regularly have sex with Naruto in name only, because he wants to show his dominance to the rest of the village, because they're allowed to look at his naked family members, but only he can fuck them.
That's a direct quote, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the author justified Naruto being so mature because the tailed beasts in his mindscape would have sex with him every single day, and doing this when he was a baby caused him to mentally age into a 30-year-old person by the end of it. Which means they raped him and then groomed him for 30 mental years.
whatever that means.
And then the
It was
author,
like Tsukuyomi.
someone, I don't know. And then the author justified Naruto having sex in real life by saying that even though Naruto was only 3, because he worked out a bunch, he had the body of a 5-year-old. Which, again, doesn't make a lot of sense, no matter how you frame it or phrase it. There's like in no point in time is anything the author saying reasonable or justifies anything that he does.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
And then that's where we stopped reading. I'm sure it got worse, but yeah, we didn't read past that point. We kept reading that fic on air, well, obviously skipping the sex parts, because we were just so horrified by what the author was even saying. We were just like,
We were
how
like, where
much
does this
worse
stop?
can this really get? And then we stopped at the part where the author started justifying having public sex with his family members to assert dominance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to the assert dominance part, and we were like, hey, what a terrible day to have eyes.
Yeah. And ears. Anyway, so up next in the Danny Phantom section is Paternal Instinct. I already don't like where this is going.
Oh, no.
After Maddie injures the baby ghost, Phantom calls his son. Her
Oh?
own son tells her off for it. Huh? At first,
Oh.
Maddie thinks it's her son's inexplicable love for ghosts. Then she finds incriminating evidence in his laundry and comes to a horrible conclusion that Danny's the father. Part 11 of the Friendly Phantoms series.
Mods.
Mods, turn this man into a snail.
Mods. Death is too good for this man. Place him in the concrete block.
Mm.
Broken Spirits of 5 to Heal Broken Hearts by Alternate Multiverse I-25.
Ah, yes, this is
Huh?
sure to be top 2. Oh my god, what did I just read? Put him in the mason jar? What?
Mods, crunch him up and put him in the mason jar.
Oh god.
Mods, cast Power Word Scrunch, put him in the mason jar.
Oh no, I would not wish that fate on my worst enemy.
Mods. Put him in the Central Candid store.
Mods,
In the Sentinel Candid store.
no, the Scented Candle store.
No, he said Sentinel Candid.
No, I didn't.
No, he
you
didn't.
He
fucking
did.
punk.
Clip it.
Jesus Christ. Mods, turn this man into a scented candle. When an unknown person brought back in time not only heal but also find love, he has fair many secret about self, and ghost of time foresaw new future of this unknown person. Will he be able to change? Hey, certain ghost boy enemy, read, find out.
Is it you, author? Is it your self-insert author?
A hurt comfort romance story featuring Desire, Ember, Spectra, Kitty, and Unknown OC.
Of course. Hilariously, every ghost he named there is the definition of daddy issues.
Yeah.
They all seem to share some traits, I've noticed.
Mods, drag this man down the Mason-Dixon line.
Hey, now.
Mods,
banjos don't
subject this man to
start.
the worst punishment we know.
Star Phantasm by Dan the Blue Wolf #2. So Dan the Blue Wolf 1 was already taken?
Yes.
Mods replaces dick with Legos.
Mods, make him a Lego.
Mods break his kneecaps. What if
No.
someone else was in Sam's place during accident? They got power with Danny. What if person was Star? Who the fuck is Star?
No idea.
Nope, that's porn star. I don't want that. Nope.
Excuse you?
Oh! The cheerleader girl. Not Paulina. The other one. The blonde one.
Oh.
This is Star. She has sightings.
I don't remember that one.
Like,
I think that's just a background character.
She makes a cameo in the first episode, and then a final cameo in the second Lunch Lady episode, and then she hooks up with Tucker in one episode. She shows up in season 2 once with Ember, and then in season 2 again with the concert, so she's a background character in there. She appears in the dreams of Danny and Tucker in season 3. Is captured in season 3 one time, and then appears in the crowd during the finale of season 3.
So a literal nobody.
Yeah, literally just a reoccurring side character who has effectively no presence. Are we looking at Danny Phantom fanfics? Yeah, we are.
That is unfortunately the cursed era we've inhabited.
Phoenix says, okay, I think this could actually be a plot to a great story. I just don't think your average fanfictioner can do it justice.
I mean, fair.
No.
I mean, generally speaking, Danny getting someone to rely on because they also gained powers similar to how he did would make for a good Danny Phantom what if story. Simply because a lot of the issues in Danny Phantom occur because he's a teenager.
Yeah, most of his problems are because of himself, or Vlad being a teenager in a man's body.
Or
just random ghosts of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's random ghosts of the day stuff, but I mean, a majority of it seems to come from him being a teenager. I mean, not a majority. So there's a lot of stuff that apparently happens off screen that has nothing to do with him being a teenager, but a lot of the drama and episodes that occur are because he's a teenager. Like, he caught a bunch of ghosts, and then he had an argument with his friends, and the Fenton thermos got damaged, and now all the ghosts got loose, except he doesn't have his friends to help him this time. Stuff like that. That was literally an episode, by the way.
Yeah, I remember.
But yeah, so him having someone who can actually relate to him and understand the burden he is under from being a teenager with delusions of being a hero, you could definitely craft a story out of that. There's also the problem that Danny's immortal.
Mm,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Ageless, yes. Immortal, no.
No,
He can be killed.
He can be killed, but he can't because he has a future version of himself that is the God King of the Ghosts, which means to prevent a paradox from
He has
occurring.
plot armor.
Yeah, he literally can't die because there's a future that he didn't die in.
Well, that depends on how you're gonna take it. If it's like diverging timelines, shit, and okay, one timeline has this god Ghost King Danny, but that doesn't mean that this one in the present is going to end up as that version. It's like that in the future.
Yes, but no, because they did handle that where the Ghost Zone could have diverging timelines, but Danny did go back into the past multiple times through a couple episodes and did make diverging changes, which actively changed things in his personal timeline.
Yeah.
So then it's possible that he wouldn't have God Ghost King Danny future, but on the other hand, it's also possible that if that version of him saw that, oh look, my alternate version fucked up, let me go back and fix this, so it kind of fixes itself.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a clusterfuck when it comes to that, but effectively the time god is on his side, so yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
Well,
the time ghost, but potato.
Effectively, all of the end game ghosts are gods, as far as things are concerned. Yeah,
including Vlad and Danny himself at that point.
Yeah.
Like he's just straight up a demigod.
Future Danny is sort of like Ben 10,000. Yeah, effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Crossover
You know,
section.
that would make for a good crossover.
Crossover section for the total drama section is just basically either all Naruto in the world or it's all mass crossovers of the author's favorite.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, are
fandom
you
with no
fucking
powers.
stupid? Like, no shit, of course it is like that. I mean, we're talking about people who have the IQ of a boulder.
Yeah.
Nah.
Or I just didn't want to know how bad it was and I wanted to inform him. Or no, that was killing it.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I think it could be interesting to write a story where Danny actually has a connection at the beginning that isn't just Tucker running around with his gadget of the day or Sam bitching about everyone else's lifestyle choices, despite her being an ultra rich goth girl who has literally no problems in her life.
So she has white woman syndrome.
Literally has white woman syndrome.
Except that people don't agree with her way of life and she takes that personally.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting them live their life.
White woman syndrome.
Yep.
I mean, you sigh at, but we're not wrong.
I didn't say you were wrong. I said I was disappointed.
Ben 10 crossing over Danny Phantom at some point in the middle of the journey where they're strong, but not Ben 10 Kenny strong and Ghost God King Danny. I mean, that's sort of the problem is that Danny Phantom post the Ghost Asteroid, which is, post season 3.
That's post in, yeah.
Danny's really fuck off strong at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
plus, would Ben 10 anything? Because they're not aliens. Would the Omnitrix even work on anyone unless they maybe go Ghost Freak or something?
Isn't there an alien ghost?
That's Ghost Freak. That's the
Ghost
one.
Freak.
And it keeps trying to possess Ben because it's actually sentient in the Omnitrix.
Yeah, so that's the thing though, is that Ghost Freak is not DNA stored in the Omnitrix. It's literally imprisoned in the Omnitrix.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ghost Freak is actually a ghost. I think it was just a
it's just an
species of
alien-
nightmare creatures, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, would the Omnitrix even work on Ghost to give him a new form that would work?
Ghost DNA is
Um,
apparently a thing. Remember, according to
Ectoplasm.
episode 1 onward, ectoplasmic DNA.
Yes, the ghosts have ectoplasmic DNA, but I don't think the Omnitrix would be able to do it because they explicitly outlined that the way Danny got his powers, which was different from Vlad, by the way.
Yes.
The way Danny got his powers was it literally killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the other hand, they cloned Danny into Danny, so theoretically should be possible.
Theoretically, it should be possible by the super genius that made it, probably. But you have to keep in mind, Danny with an I was like the 30th clone in a line of failed mutant abominations.
Yes.
And even
true,
she
however,
had like a 3-year time span where she was going to live.
Did she? I thought they fixed that.
They did, but the point was that originally,
Oh, originally
before
she
they
had a-
fixed
yeah,
it,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, so, it was sort of like, yeah, it's technically possible, but they're usually going to be highly unstable. And Azuth is like the sort of person that doesn't do technically possible, highly unstable. Like, he doesn't
He
include that
wants
sort of
entirely
shit.
stable.
Yeah, he wants something that can literally serve as a guaranteed Library of Alexandria for the entire universe's DNA stores. Because again, that was what the Omnitrix was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a reservoir of DNA just in case like some species got wiped out.
When instinct.
By the way, I want to point out how terrifying that is. So what's the point of storing them all as a species for the DNA? Well,
Reproduction.
Breeding.
Oh no. We just need two
Die.
of these things, and well, you know what's coming next.
I mean, you know, when you accept the wristwatch that turns you into a Ditto, why are you
You know what's-
surprised you get used as a Ditto?
You know what's funny
Right.
though? In Ben 10 Alien Force, this did happen, except Ben's the one who got pregnant.
The fuck you say?
There's a moth thing that uses ice or whatever that apparently end up with Ben getting pregnant and giving birth to children. In Ben 10 Alien Force.
Okay, so this really was someone's fetish, and they just entirely went there. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
super hard,
Yes.
my
No.
brother. Super
Yes.
hard.
Oh, Big
Oh,
Chill,
no.
yeah. Wait,
Yep.
why?
Yep. He ended up giving birth to that thing's children. He also kept drinking pickle juice.
Oh, yeah. I remember that episode.
Yeah.
That sounds.
To be
Mm.
fair, I really liked Alien Force's Mr. Paradox, where he was like, yeah, I've
Yeah.
literally lived for so long, I went crazy, and then I stopped being crazy because I became so crazy that being crazy became predictable and boring, so I guess I'm sane again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I know everything because I have existed across all space and time and have seen literally every moment
Yeah.
of existence.
Also, you know what's funny about Ben 10 and Big Chill? Despite all that, he's still giving birth to less kids than Sign.
Fuck
True.
off.
You should know better.
Ugh.
Fix it.
Yeah.
I'm fixing
That's
it.
great telling you that. There's
No, you think you're fixing it.
You're not. I mean, he
I'm
stopped taking
actively
commissions,
fixing it.
But
No, he did stop taking commissions, and he is actually working his way through the catalog at
Yeah,
this
no,
point.
you know what? You are correct. He is at
Mm.
credit where it's due. Sign is making an actual effort to clean up his backlog and is doing reasonably well at it.
And he hasn't abandoned his backlog in favor of writing an original story and then never responding to anyone's messages ever again.
Argent talk.
Oh no, I just write original stories on the side for fun as stress relief, while I'm also working on the shit I'm supposed to be working on.
Yes.
You can multitask.
No.
I didn't know if you were
Any
talking about
though?
sign
I
there.
wouldn't,
or
I wouldn't go
Argent
that
talk.
far.
Proceeds to send more money to Sign.
Yeah.
I can't have you listen, Sign. If you're not stressed, I can't have that.
Mods, send
I
this
need-
man
Oh,
$500.
Mods,
Oh
keep
no.
this man stressed. He can't become aware of the experiment.
Indeed.
Oh no.
Let's see. So up next we got a decision. Everything led to him to this, and now he made his choice. Pre-Disastroid, post-Ultimate Enemy, no pairing two-shot. This isn't a reveal fic. Okay, well then I don't care.
The hell is a reveal? Oh.
Where he gets revealed
love
to the
it.
world, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
never mind.
didn't mean it like that by the chili one. The chili one's entry to Embers, I didn't mean it like that challenge on the Danny Phantom Discord. Please implode yourself.
Mm.
Danny evaluates his thoughts on his experiences and the secrets he keeps from his family and thinks it's time to do something about it.
Mm.
Post-magic memories remain. After Sam's wish has been reversed and Desiree is locked away, Danny isn't sure about how he feels about what happened, so he is determined to avoid it, and Sam won't let him. It's a completed one-shot, rated K story of 1,000 words.
Rated what?
K. For kids.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
did you say a completed one shot?
Yes.
Yes, with one review, one favorite, and one follow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be her best. It never even submitted to mind the fact that Danny's memories from his Samless timeline would have a negative impact on him, but it makes total sense. But all things considered, it's a good thing he and
The
Sam
fuck
figured
are
it
you
out.
reading?
Invader Johnny's signing off. The one review.
Oh, jeez. Deliverance. Oh god. Wishing her well. I mean, this is just a lot of romance angst, romance, hurt comfort, fantasy supernatural.
Weird how all these
Ghost
authors seem like to
Mom
be female authors.
Takeover.
Oh.
Oh, after one of his previous experiences in the Ghost Zone, Danny wants to do something he never thought he would do, and that's possess a ghost. But he's not going to possess any ghost, he's going to possess a female ghost. And then he found them. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That's... And then he has sex with himself. Of course.
How
Like I
he
said,
doesn't leave his
Okay.
body behind.
this is what I'm saying. This is like average guy fanfic writer, okay? This is like the most generic, vanilla shit possible for this level of degeneracy.
Yeah,
This
it's pretty.
this
tame.
author's only also written American Dad, Ranma, and Mario fanfiction.
Why am I not surprised by anything
What?
you just said?
Why is there a 3-chapter, 72k word Waluigi Mario fanfiction called Waluigi Wa? Only the real Waluigi fans can read this
Oh, that sounds terrible.
on that author's profile.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well,
Things were just said.
those were words.
Wait. Is
No.
this just a shit post of just Wa?
Possible.
Words were spoken.
on, it's
Words
loading.
cannot be unspoken.
It's loading. Oh, fuck off verification ff.net.
That's like a you problem.
And also, it's not working, huh? Yes, I'm not checking out that fic.
The life we fight for. when Danny's parents capture him with the help of an enemy hell-bent on purifying the world of the half-breeds, they...
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Author! Author, you've...
We gotta kill all the half-breeds, guys! It's for the betterment of the world!
Author, you... Oh boy, Author. You're spicy tonight.
Author.
They make all of his worst fears come to life. The only person that can help him is his billionaire arch enemy. But will Danny give Vlad a second chance and work together before the Fenton family falls apart? I mean, the answer is yes, he will, because he always
He's
does.
done it before.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
There's been literally moments where I think the exact dialogue line was like, look, you hate me and I hate you, but we both hate him more. Agreed? Agreed.
Yeah. Wasn't there also one where...
It's just a shame that Butch Hartman turned out to be fucking insane.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Wasn't there also one where Vlad goes, I don't hate you, I just hate your dad?
Yes.
Fair.
I feel like that's like... It was like the first time they met.
Yeah.
Then why are you trying to kill me? You're his son.
You're proof that he got cucked.
Yeah.
I mean...
So
it'll
yeah,
hurt him.
36 chapters, 200k words, 200 reviews, 200 favorites, 300 follows. Damn. That's fucking brutal, man. You've been writing this since 2016? You have been writing this story for 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Could be worse.
Oh god, there's that same Invader Johnny guy leaving reviews on this who leaves every review with Invader Johnny signing off.
That's cringe.
That is some 2003 shit right there. That is some 2003 shit right there.
Also, he has better grammar and dialogue in all of these reviews than he does the last one.
Amazing. What's this about Butch Hartman? Oh yeah, so Butch Hartman got revealed to be an absolute fucking psychopath. He did shit like sexually assault some people, some minor amounts of fraud. He got caught tracing other people's work and passing it off as his own. He took a bunch of money for commissions and then never produced the commissions.
Wait, Bruce Hartman did?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Dude was like the dude responsible for a huge portion of my childhood is a psychopathic asshole.
Yeah, he went off the deep end. He became obsessed with all of his cartoons, never getting another season, and became like this just fucking mentat about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
my shows are good. Why don't they get more seasons?
Like he would make these videos and post them to YouTube, explaining everything he wants to do for all of his like seasons that got canceled. And originally everyone looked at these videos and were like, oh, that's really cool, Butch, I would really like to see another season for you. And then every progressive video after that, he became less and less reasonable and more look at this corkboard with all these red threads on them. The Jews are behind it all.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus fuck.
Also, Sneaky, you remember what you said about 2000, that's some 2003 shit? Author joined Invader Johnny, April 23rd, 2004, 20 years ago.
Oh no.
Oh, good
You were
lord.
on
Bro,
point.
what can I say except I'm fucking right?
We're Apollo's prophet.
Like,
where's that Apollo meme? I need to find it because that is just
oh
so
my
accurate.
god, what was that fucking shit that I predicted? It was like either yesterday or something.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking.
The 2.5 or whatever for that game you guys were talking about, right?
No,
yeah,
Eve
that's what it
currency,
was.
Eve currency.
I have not
Eve
played
currency.
Eve. To be clear, I have not played Eve since 2013, and Berto was just like, what do you think the cost of Plex is right now? I'm like, I don't know, 2.5. He's like, actually, that's exactly on point.
I think he said between 2.4 and 2.6, but
Yes.
that rounds out to
That is
2.5
literally what he
more
said.
often than not.
Yeah.
That is literally what he said. Sneaky's
Yeah.
like Sneaky just knew off the top.
And
I'm
then
posting
just-
his picture.
Yeah,
And then he just
arbitrary.
posted, then he just posted the alcoholical.
Yeah. I responded with alcoholical.
Yeah.
Alcoholic. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the alcoholic oracle. Duh.
Simple.
Effective.
I also pull this shit all the time during D&D, where I'm like, you're now gonna roll a 20, and then he rolls a 20.
Yeah.
You will now roll a 1. He rolls a 1.
Mhm.
Sneaky is a dangerous individual.
I am a danger to everyone around me.
Run.
Including yourself.
Yes.
Mostly the enemy.
No. Only when it's the boss.
Only when it's the funniest.
Yes. Stick speed.
Sticks beam!
It's still hilarious how you just melt everything. It's like, god damn.
We're gonna ambush Sticks! Sticks beam!
It's always hilarious whatever you roll, because it's like, oh god, how is Styx gonna fuck up the enemy this time?
You okay? So this round you did 215 force damage. Let's see. All right, so we got Danny and Dawn Phantom. Danny Fenton and his twin sister Dawn Fenton were just your average ordinary tweens until a lab accident turned them into half ghosts. Come on, author, you couldn't have at least done the fucking song?
Right?
Yeah.
Now watch as they go on continuous adventures fighting off ghosts and humans. Look out, world, here comes the twins.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Now you say, I was just about to say, listen, if they make this like a Wonder Twin thing, I can get on board.
They're not going to. The
No.
Wonder Twins are so far beyond what they can.
I mean, the Wonder Twins
do.
are kind of shit too. So
Also,
They're also kind
am
of
I
old.
I'm just trying
Wonder
to think.
Twin
Am I
powers
remembering?
activate! Transform into bucket of water! A shark!
Well, okay, see, that was because the people using the Wonder Twins were terrible and not creative at all.
Man,
I mean, to be fair, one of them turned into a. To be fair, one time they needed to fuck up somebody, so one of them turned himself into a tsunami, and the other one turned himself into a fucking shark, and that worked pretty well.
I have to
A
say,
Sharknami.
yeah, I like that era again, like that 2006 era of these live action superpower cartoons were just so cracked. They're like fucking The Secret Power of Alex Mack, and it's just like about this teenage girl who fell into U.S. military waste sludge and then got turned into a mercury slime. It's
Okay.
like, what the fuck?
Bro, there were so many things. Listen, my life as a teenage robot. End scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, am I
For the
misremembering?
good old days.
In Danny Phantom, was there an incest subplot where Danny's sister had a crush on him before she found out his identity? Or did I make
Yes.
that up? There was?
No, it happened. She had a
yeah.
crush on Danny Phantom, not Danny Fenton, but
Yeah.
yes.
He's a color swapped palette of himself. How did no one realize it was him?
Well, I mean, it's
reason.
actually really easy, right? So, humans don't like to look for complicated explanations to things. If, you see someone that's a ghost flying around, and yeah, I guess it sort of looks like your little brother, but, like, not really. Also, they're a ghost, and your little brother's not dead. You're not gonna be like, oh, yes. Clearly, my little brother is a half ghost and is currently flying around in his ghost form. No, you're gonna be like, oh, wow, that ghost looks a lot like my little brother. Also, he's kind of hot.
There's also
Followed
the
by
other
a few
side
moments
of it.
of, That's a bad thought.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the other side of it is the whole
Yeah.
separating siblings at birth. They grow up apart, and then if they meet later in life, in over 50% of cases, they wind up hooking up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's because you are genetically attracted to the traits that your parents display. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, it's like, okay, yeah, her being interested in someone that sort of looks like the people, that related to her, but obviously it's not
Why are we
anyone
getting
related
just white
to her.
noise from Aura?
Oops, sorry.
Because Aura is just white noise. There's not a thought to be had.
Just the Wii menu music running in my head.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it sung by a green-haired anime girl? Because I'm the same.
No.
What? No.
You guys haven't seen that? Oh fuck!
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it was a Toho girl.
Are you talking about the song where it's just that one Toho girl just spinning around singing Japanese?
No.
Because that's the only
Link.
one I know.
And then to compare and contrast to this 14-chapter, 265,000 words story with 96 favorites and 96 reviews and 151 favorites. That's been
Behold,
ongoing for 2 years. We are going to compare and contrast this with Vanessa Masters. The summary of which is you died and get reincarnated as Vlad's twin sister. Which apparently is only 1,000 words long. For some reason. Not really sure how you only get 1,000 words of that.
The author realized their lack of potential and they stopped.
I highly doubt that.
We can have hope.
Oh no!
Hope?
Broken Spirit of 5 to Heal Broken Heart version 2.
Oh no.
what?
So it's that earlier story we read about the guy who created a harem of the 5 ghost girls because he went back in time. What's even wilder is that the only thing different between this one and the earlier version we just read was there was a V2 on it. It's quite literally has the same summary, copy and pasted. So the author clearly did not fix any of the problems.
But on the other hand, if he puts V2, people will actually think he did something.
The slowest burn, Danny times Emberfic in this section. Okay, I mean, it's 28 chapters, 180k words, ongoing for 4 years. Rated K+, friendship romance. That I will, you know what, author? I will give you that. You might actually be the slowest burn Danny Phantom times Ember fanfic.
Probably.
Alright, let's see what the most popular Danny Phantom stories are. Sitting at number 1, we have a completed story, 9 chapters long, with 20k words. It has 12,000 reviews and 4,500 favorites. It was posted in 2006. It was finished in 2006.
Wait, I think like when I was reading fan fiction like 10, 12 years ago, I might have found this fic.
What's the name of it?
Phantom's Sketchbook.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have read this before,
I've
like a
heard of
decade
that.
ago.
Well, you should. It's really fucking old.
Yeah.
and marked as completed, which means it's pretty much on everyone's radar.
Is this the crossover section or the
No.
normal section?
Normal section. Mr. Lancer finds himself in an unparalleled situation. He has access to something which can give him incredible insights into the personal workings of Amity Park's local ghost teen, Danny Phantom. That's right, Mr. Lancer has his sketchbook.
Oh no.
I mean, it's like, alright. It's like, okay, 20k words, the author ended it when it fulfilled its purpose, so, I give that a solid well done out of 10. I don't know if it's good or not, but, the author clearly knew they had to stop writing. And when to do that.
It seems like came up with an actual ending for it.
Yeah. So we got Phantom of Truth sitting at number 2. 22 chapters. 66,000 words. Completed. With 2,400 reviews. 4,000 favorites. Completed in 2018. First started in 2011. Now, that is brutal, let me tell you. So that's 7 years to get 22 chapters. That is 3 chapters averaging per year. And with each chapter only being 3k words, you are getting 9k words a year. That is painful.
Oof.
And then there's the third one, which is titled Pure Smut. For 18 chapters.
Of course. Locked
5
away
years.
in a secret government lab with Phantom as her test subject, nothing stands between Maddie and the truth except perhaps herself. There is a sequel. Please read the final chapter for a post-event announcement and deleted scenes. I somehow feel like the sequel is dead.
I don't know why, but I've got the weird instinct that that's an incest story.
Wow, no, the sequel is also finished. Sitting at 65 chapters and 300,000 words. Oh, okay, so it looks like the original story was finished in 2013, and then the sequel started in 2013, and then the latest chapter update, which was
Is
just a
deleted
update of deleted
scenes.
scenes, yeah. Alright,
So
well.
rather than over 7 years, it was 2 years for 66k words.
That's pretty,
and then there's-
33k words a year, that's not...
And then
terrible.
4 years for 300k, so he did get...
Yeah, he definitely got
bigger
it
word
up,
count.
yeah. Okay, so what else we got here? We got Ladies Luck Favor, which is just a porn story. Danny fucks every female in the series.
Starting with Desiree, a certain wishing ghost.
I mean, that is definitely how you would end up with a large harem.
And it's definitely
Sounds
the
right.
probably best, if not only, way you could bring up pure smut in that kind of a setting.
I
Like
suppose,
this.
yeah. Just shy of his second year, Danny learns of a custom meant to honor the day each ghost first entered the next world. Now the great Danny Phantom must face a throng of well-meaning ghosts and somehow survive their gifts with his secret and sanity intact. I mean, they say
Everyone
that...
knew.
To be fair, I could actually see that premise as an actual Danny Phantom episode.
It really would be a Danny Phantom episode, and ultimately, like, the fix was just go into the ghost zone and accept all the gifts there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then it would end with, in the real world, the box ghost showing up and giving him a box.
Yeah, he
Yes.
he saves the box ghost present for last because he's like, it's the box ghost. What's the worst he could do? And it's just a box inside of a box inside of a box inside of a box inside of a box
Machiosa
inside of a
box.
box.
And then he just shows up. Beware! Oh,
It would be funny.
God. I don't think Box Ghost is ever gonna leave my fucking memory.
Good.
Why would he?
Beware the box ghost.
Beware the box ghost.
He is
Didn't he
best
say?
boy.
Didn't he threaten Danny saying the Box Ghost has now gotten an upgrade, and it was just bubble wrap
Yes.
or
Probably.
styrofoam packing peanuts?
You know, the most terrifying thing they could do for the box ghost, would be for Danny to ask what's in the box.
Oh.
Box Ghost just starts glitching out. Alright, let's see what we got here in the crossover sections.
Impossible, Has-Been Hotel, UA High, My Hero.
We got Heart of a Hero. Danny Fenton was worried enough about entering high school, but adding in ghost powers didn't make the situation easier. Neither did the sudden combining of Casper and Middleton High. Join Danny and his friends as they battle ghosts, supervillains, and the treacherous world of teenage romance. Danny Phantom times Kim Possible times Star
Ember.
times Ember.
Who the fuck is Star?
The girl I posted earlier
had
that
that
made you
conversation.
start talking about Danny Phantom in
Oh,
the
the
first place.
blonde that's completely useless?
Yes.
Is literally comic
Yes.
relief?
Yes. The dumb blonde cheerleader character that his only purpose is comic relief, yes.
And to be a rival with her quotes to Sam, because she's a popular blonde cheerleader.
Yes.
Why?
I mean,
Alright,
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I didn't look at any of the childhood cartoons and think, yeah, that's what I think about. That gets my wood hard, you know. That's what makes me into an oak tree. Yeah, those childhood
No.
cartoons with their flat 2D art style.
No.
My brother in Christ. Totally Spies.
Totally
No.
Spies did
No,
not make
really
my
didn't do
oak-
anything for me.
Yeah.
It
It
did
apparently
awaken.
did a lot of things for a lot of people.
Let me rephrase that.
I-
It made me ask a lot of questions that I didn't want answers to, but that was it.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
fair.
It
Look,
did.
I mean,
Well,
no,
actually, it
even
did
then-
awaken in me when I saw Sam. I was like, wow, she's kind of bitchy, but I do like what she's wearing. And I went and looked at real girls wearing that. I was realized, oh shit, I've got a fetish.
Yeah,
See?
no,
Bro, you didn't even know what that was at that point.
I was
Yeah,
a teenager. I was like 12, 13, going through puberty. I knew what that was.
I was not like I never really looked at any of those and went like, oh man, that's a fetish. It wasn't until way later that looking back on it, I was like, oh, damn, that was a lot of fetish.
Yeah.
I never
Wow.
watched it because, girls show, but later when I actually saw commercials for it, it was, wait, something about that looks weird.
No, you like
Why are they all in
Totally
skin-tight leather
Spies wasn't a show I went out of my way to watch, but if it came on, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Mystery.
Fuck that. Why is that familiar?
Because
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
The Martin Mystery is made by the same people who made Totally Spies, and it's also filled with a shit ton of fetish stuff.
Oh shit, it is! And they did a crossover. I remember that's where I first saw the Totally Spy Girls.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And, God, there was a lot of fetish shit in Martin Mystery. Holy fuck.
Yeah. To be fair then, although going back and looking at all Nickelodeon shows that involved Dan Schneider, it made me realize how much fucking of his fetish shit was in there.
A lot of Danny Phantom had a lot of fetish shit in it. It just...
You don't realize
Did
it at that time. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh
did.
yeah, dude.
A
Yeah.
lot.
Not as much as, like, Totally Spies or Martin Mystery.
But still a fair bit. Like, at once, wasn't there, like, at least once, there was one episode for every girl where they either crush on Danny or, that shows off in, like, provocative situations?
Yes.
But you don't realize it because it's just part of the plot, and it's not like as in your face as everything else.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the other thing. It's like they incorporated it into Totally Spies. By the way, Martin Mystery and Totally Spies, both French productions.
Of course.
Make that of that we
Ah.
will.
Of course, that's why there's so much fetish shit.
Yeah. But in Totally Spies, the fetish stuff was usually used as either the conflict point, so it's like, oh no, the bad guy is doing a bad thing, or it was the Totally Spy tool that they used to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
In Martin Mystery, it was... Martin Mystery, if I had to describe it using modern-day terms, was effectively the cartoon Supernatural packed with fetish shit.
Even more than Supernatural was.
Yeah.
Supernatural wasn't that bad.
Supernatural had very low amounts of fetish shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Meanwhile,
the
Martin
monsters weren't
Mystery
really
had
sexy.
a lot.
Well, the monsters were only sexy way later on, or if they were demons possessing a hot woman.
Angels, demons, and the occasional weird thing like a kitsune where it's just a person with fangs.
Mm.
First off, I don't think a kitsune ever showed up in the story.
Yep,
No,
it did. It
I
got wood chippered.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did it?
Woo.
yeah.
That's one way
See,
to kill
that's
him.
why I love Supernatural. They're just like
Yeah.
modern solutions to modern problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was about to say, are you sure you're not mistaking that with Grimm? But then you said wood chipper, and I was
I'm
like,
sure.
no, he's not.
No, yeah. Also, I just love Supernaturals. Oh shit, we got a werewolf. What do we do? Shoot it.
Yeah,
Shoot it. Fucking shoot it.
Oh shit, we got a witch. What do we do? Shoot her.
Shoot
it.
it.
shooter.
Oh shit, we got a ghost. What do we shoot it?
Shoot it with iron bullets.
Oh shit, we got a
shit,
demon.
we
What
got
do we
demons.
do?
Shoot them, stab them, burn them.
Shoot 'em.
Shoot it, but make sure to shoot
Demons
it
were
with
the big
this
one.
gun in particular.
Oh shit, we got angels
Later.
trying to kill us now. What do we do? Can we shoot them? Not really, no.
Stab him.
Shake the fuck out of them!
Well, hang on.
their own
Crowley did
swords.
find a way to shoot them. Crowley did find a way to shoot them.
Yeah.
In the
You have
end,
to
he did,
melt down their own swords into individual bullets, and this kills the angel, the demon, basically everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was once a man named Colt. And
Oh,
he
yes.
produced
Samuel
a
Colt.
revolver that could
Here's
just
the thing.
kill anything.
Yeah.
They can
some
dodge your
beings in the
ammunition.
universe.
But can they dodge all of your ammunition?
You only need
No.
one.
Also, my favorite part about the whole the whole cult legend about the original revolver was the fact that he wasn't blessed by any gods. He wasn't given any special powers. It was just literally the fact that he was Colt and he made the first gun and they became legendary, and it became so legendary that it had its own legend about
No,
being
no,
able to
that's-
kill anything.
No, that's not how it went.
Yeah.
Because he killed a phoenix.
It was
'cause he killed
man
something that
so
could rebirth.
angry about demons that he researched them and made a gun specifically to kill demons using the research he did. There's actually a time travel episode that
Oh,
explains
okay.
all that shit.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
'cause
the
I
one with
know
the phoenix.
Yeah, I thought it was because he killed the phoenix that could kill everything and not just
No.
Because I knew it could kill
No,
demons
no,
with
no.
his hatred.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. No, the gun that could kill everything was the M19.
That's
Oh,
that's the equalizer, and it doesn't kill everything. It makes everything equal and kills it equally. So if you kill God with it, you also kill yourself.
No. Yeah, that's right. No. What it was is it was a damage reflect.
Hmm.
That's the one that Chuck made. The one Colt made was the revolver,
Yeah.
the Colt, and that was the one he did all the research for.
That killed
Man
demons.
too angry
Yeah.
to die, kills demons because they raped and killed his wife, makes a gun to kill demons, had 13 bullets. He used like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah,
Only
something
had
like that.
7 left.
Hmm.
And this thing could kill basically everything but Chuck, the Archangels, and Chuck's sister. And Death.
Fuck you, shoots you with gun.
I'm Death. What did you expect that to do?
Oh yes, that was great. But it's the cult. Death is just like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm death.
Death.
I
Go
see
take
you're
that to my
using my
sibling.
weapon. I'm sorry, you're what?
Go take that to my siblings.
No, I will say
Right.
it was pretty funny where they had the whole scene where it's like, "Hey, Dean, fuck you. Kill your brother, or else." And then he's like, "Okay, here, take this scythe and do it." And he's like, "Okay." And then kills Death with it, and Death's like, "I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah.
Did I see this one
yes.
coming?
I should have seen
love the
that
fact
one
that-
coming."
I do love the fact that Death can be bribed with any fucking junk food you make. Nachos, pizza. It doesn't matter. He can be bribed with junk food.
Yeah.
To be fair,
No,
so
the
for most
woman they made
Americans.
Death afterwards was just entirely too bitchy and not someone I liked. They should have used
It
the
was so
woman that had been
tiring.
following them as a Reaper for a while now. They should have
She
used her.
was.
No, that's a different woman. There were two of them.
Oh.
There's the one that tried to rape Dean, and they, scared her
Right.
off. And then
Yeah.
there's this one who was all, well, I don't like you, and fuck you, and I'm tired of you breaking the rules. So if you die again, you're fucked. No more loopholes. Get fucked.
Thy end
which
is
is-
now.
Which is kind of stupid because it's not like he ever had a choice or it was Death himself bringing Dean back. It was the angels and demons.
Yeah, it was
Like,
angels, demons.
Dean never had a
It,
choice.
it
If
was
he-
no, it wasn't even angels and demons. It was literally God intervening each time.
Yeah.
God also did it a few times.
Yeah, but like Dean never had a choice, so I would have just gone to her and was like, wait, you were helping me?
Whoa! Okay, no. There was like one or two times where the Winchesters themselves made the choice to make a deal to resurrect one another. That had happened.
I thought Dean made the deal to resurrect Sam.
Possibly
Yes.
one of the funniest scenes ever was them summoning a crossroad demon and then nothing came. They're like, what the fuck's going on? And then Alistair shows up. He's like, no one's going to come. You guys keep killing them when you answer the questions. They're not that
You keep
stupid.
killing us.
Yeah.
What do you expect to happen? You're blacklisted.
You've been blacklisted. You can't blacklist us. We did the ritual. Consider yourself blacklisted. Disappear.
So they had to have somebody else to do it for them.
You can get blacklisted from hell?
Yeah, he got
Yes.
he can get blacklisted apparently.
Like, Crowley literally told them, fuck off. Even if you die, you're not coming here. I don't want the trouble. Go away.
Supernatural was just so much. Like once they like
Extra.
when Supernatural found its writing strides, it had just good fun writing. Like it wasn't like amazing writing. It wasn't like, oh, this is just the best writing ever. It's just fun writing.
You can also tell the actors liked the writing because none of it felt forced or like just
Oh.
generic.
In a lot of seasons. In other seasons, it's very obvious that there's some tension going on.
Yeah.
They
To
either
be
don't
fair
like the
though,
writing or don't like each other.
no, Sam and Dean's actors actually really liked each other.
Yeah, they were. If I
there was
remember
a
correctly,
point
even
where
though
they
they weren't
hated each other.
related, it was like offset. They still acted like brothers, didn't they?
I thought they
Yeah.
hated each
Yes,
other.
but
No,
they
that-
actually hated each other at one point. They had a falling
One
out.
point.
Yeah, they had a fallout at one point, but that was like either early on or near the midsection. It's like pretty much
It was in the
everything
middle.
after that was them
Yeah.
being really good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got over it.
Uh,
That
so-
entire last season was just about bullshit with only like 2 exceptions, and one of those was the first to last episode where they get rid of God. That last episode, which is
that last
no,
episode was such
that-
dog shit.
it should not have happened. They should have stopped it with the one before. It was perfect where it was.
Well, I'm gonna grab more rum.
I will say I am very happy they kept the pattern of playing Wayward Son in the finale of every season.
Yes.
That was just so fucking like old style show. Oh, it was so good.
Or no, they did it at the start of the new season too. For the "this is what happened last season" thing.
Yeah, but they also did it at the final season where they
Yeah.
had an extended opening each time.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Anyway, so the Trinity is by that same guy who had that fantasy about Jazz being raped.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I mean, we talked about the person for like 30 minutes today.
Okay, fair.
Instead of meeting Tucker and Sam, what do you mean instead of? Danny meets two girls named Charlie and Emily from Hazbin Hotel.
Oh God, no.
Despite
No.
being in a different class, the three become good friends. Well, that just doesn't happen. I'm sorry, high school, if you're separated by a class, you don't become friends with other people.
You might date someone in a different class.
I did, but the thing is, though, we were in the same class the year before, so we had that
Oh,
to
well,
build
that
on.
would do it, yeah.
But yeah, no. If it's just also, what do you mean never meeting Tucker and Sam? Tucker wasn't he like a friend of Danny's from a while?
Yeah, for a long time, yeah.
Sam was also a friend, but I think
A crush.
Yeah, no, they
Like middle
both were.
school or some shit.
Yeah, they're for a long time, both of them.
Yeah.
However, their friendship is tested when challenges try to break them apart.
Mhm.
The fuck does that mean?
It means they're mentally
Also, like,
challenged.
how? Yeah, yes, but like,
It means that's a
how do you
pairing.
fuse Danny Phantom
Poorly.
and Hazbin Hotel? Like, the Ghost Zone is the dimension that everyone goes to when they die.
Well,
There
there's
is
a
no
special
hell.
hell dimension for everyone who is bad and dies.
Yes, you are correct on that one.
That also implies that God exists, like in Hazbin Hotel, along with angels.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
why is there a ghost dimension? Is unless
The
that's
ghost zone is
purgatory.
purgatory.
Still sounds fucking
No,
stupid.
it's not actually, because there is a purgatory zone in the Ghost
There
Zone.
is actually, yeah, there is.
Also, the
Man,
Ghost.
I don't know. This author's retarded.
Also, the Ghost
Yes.
Zone is infinite and will continuously expand to fill up with more ghosts.
Yes.
So hell isn't. It is not possible to fill hell up.
No.
Not
No.
only is it not possible to fill hell up, but
But evil ghosts, evil people who die do end up as ghosts in the ghost zone already.
yeah.
So that goes against.
Also,
Phantom.
on top of all of that, all of the ghosts have actually special powers, and some of them are really fucking strong. And the reason why it has been Hotel that the demons get purged in actuality is revealed to be the fact that the heaven forces are worried that the hell forces will eventually grow too numerous and they can just start using wave tactics against heaven. And so that's
Sounds
why they
reasonable.
purge hell every so often. But
The ghost zone.
the Ghost Zone produces an infinite amount of people
Yeah.
with unkillable ghosts who all have superpowers.
Yeah.
So unless you're
no.
gonna have heaven go to war against the Ghost Zone as well, which, by the way, the Ghost Zone contains ghosts in it that are so fuck off powerful, people mistook them for gods, because pretty much all of the gods of myth are also ghosts in the Ghost
Yep.
Zone.
There's also a ghost that's both the princess and the dragon. All for sign.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Which ghost is that?
Fuck. I don't. Does it actually have a name?
No, I know which ghost you're talking about. The one that turns into a princess and then turns into a dragon. Yeah.
And is a princess asleep or something? Oh, Princess Dorothea. There's actual name. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And not a scaly dragon either, like a whole fuck off dragon.
Yeah.
So from
So-
human to fuck off dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So human
Nice.
and
yeah.
dragon is loading. Fucking Australian internet.
Yeah.
That one. But yeah.
Oh, nifty.
Yeah, she's both the princess and the dragon. There's also an evil dragon who's trying to marry her, I think, but in the end, Danny defeats him. Which is the episode where she gets a crush on him.
The other thing is that some of the ghosts are like collective gestalts.
Yeah.
They merged. Yeah.
Yeah. Like some of
They're
the ghosts are
hollows.
quite literally like some of the ghosts are like Ember, who like have a life, or like Skulker, who have a specific life.
Or have an obsession that brought them about, like the Skulker's a hunter.
Mm-hmm. But then other ghosts, like I think Dorothea is one of those amalgams.
A gestalt of fairy tale princess and dragons, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you're right. And that's why she's both the princess and the dragon.
And the ghosts that take on concepts are basically sort of Bleach style, in where there's a bunch of ghosts that didn't really have a lot of willpower that kind of amalgamated together into the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Don't
And
ask
then
me
there's
how
also
that works.
just then there's also just that fucking Halloween horseman who's fuck off strong, who
The Ghost
is
King.
loyal to the ghost. No,
Yeah.
the guy who's loyal to the Ghost King.
Oh, the guy,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, him. Yeah.
But they're both fuck off strong.
Yeah. So strong that it took literally the rest of the ghosts of the Ghost Zone to fight him.
Yeah. And even
Yeah.
then they didn't beat him, they just sealed him away again by taking away his items of power
Yeah.
and stealing him into a sarcophagus.
Yeah.
And his knight who's loyal to him is still one of the top fucking fighters of the Ghost Zone. And all he is a fucking knight with normal ectoplasm abilities, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's just a badass.
Fair.
So let's see. Ghost Hero Phantom 3 of My Hero
Actually-
Academia.
That actually
Danny,
makes me think, I
Hmm.
can't believe I'm overthinking this, but do you think that Night Guy is another amalgamation of all ghosts? that
yeah,
wanna be
he's
knightly
probably
and all
yeah,
that?
he probably is
Probably.
because he is obsessed with honor and fealty and like all that shit. So it probably is just like the amalgamation of every
Ghost that is
Knight.
honorable or wanted to be a knight.
yeah.
But is it only the knights, or is it also the samurai?
I think there
I
was.
think there
wasn't
is
there
a samurai
ghost?
ghost. Yeah, I think there is a samurai
Yeah.
ghost. So they're separate.
Yeah. Apparently there's Scarlet Samurai. There's an actual samurai ghost.
Yeah.
So you got to keep your cultures separated. Gotcha.
Yep, you gotta segregate your cultures.
Oof.
I mean, your ghost cultures, yeah.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
ghost cultures.
Ghost cultures, which are based upon
Your cultures.
your normal culture.
Your cultures.
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 Gochers?
What
Cultures.
does he mean by this?
Anyway, so My Hero Academia Phantom Hero 3. 3 months have passed since Danny Phantom started going to UA High. He hopes to get provisional hero license so he can be hero without penalized for it. But it won't be wait, why is he going to Japan?
Why?
Why isn't he in the U.S.?
Where they have guns and are like, no, fuck Japan. Their laws suck. Here we can kill the criminals.
He thought he would just have to go to summer camp, then take a test, but the League of Villains have something that will set things back. Okay, well, first off, Danny Phantom having his quirk be his ghost powers is not only cringe and lame,
Takes away the premise of Danny Phantom.
but completely undermines the premise of Danny Phantom. And to be expected, it only has 57 favorites and 8
Of
chapters and 28k words. So, yeah.
Although it does make me think, if Danny Phantom did end up in the My Hero verse,
Yeah.
would quirks be able to affect him because of the Horikoshi, the author of MHA, making quirks soul-based?
Well, okay, so here it is, right? Danny Phantom can be affected by physical things when he's manifested.
Mm.
That's just a
He
normal
does-
thing.
Yeah, he
Unless
can
he
make himself
phases.
go intangible and phase.
Yeah, except his intangibility is literally hyper intangibility because his intangibility actually trumps other ghosts' intangibility.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is kind of funny.
Was that ever explained as him being a half?
Young Danny
was-
Phantom was just 14 when his parents built a quirky machine.
Don't make
Uh.
me link the machine.
Do it!
Machine.
I know what
Oh,
machine you speak
I
of.
do. I do. It involves a young Japanese swimsuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Built a quirky machine.
Oh no.
Ugh.
But yeah, I mean it massively undermines it. Also massively undermines his ability to grow in powers because his powers specifically grew due to his half status because pretty much all ghosts are sort of set in stone in their power level. Unless they go
Static-
like on a 600-year journey of self-discovery. Like the
Or they do something like absorb other ghosts. Which
Right.
I think isn't that what the Ghost King Pariah did? He kept absorbing other ghosts into himself and ending up being the most egotistical, so he came out on top, like in
Yes.
Bleach.
Yeah.
that's also why they locked him away because that's like the only way for a ghost to die is for them to actually be consumed by another ghost because otherwise it doesn't matter, they'll just reform eventually.
Yeah.
And
everyone was scared that Pariah would end up committing like total extinction with him being the only ghost left.
Yeah.
Genocide of dead people?
Yeah.
Yes. I will kill all the dead people for when you kill someone they
yes.
die.
God
Listen.
damn it.
Listen, Pariah Dark is just what the Ghost King is just what happens when the Doomslayer dies and goes to the Ghost Zone.
I'm sorry, did you call him what?
Pariah
His name
Dark.
is Pariah Dark. He is Pariah Dark. That is his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
The Ghost King.
Yeah.
So much edge.
Yeah.
That's got a little too much edge on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a ghost called Poindexter, which was just the nerd ghost, so.
He also had like a lot of fucking power.
He did. It was weird.
By the power of nerd.
Literally
Die.
nerd rage. Also, his power up was literally nerd rage, which is the fucking best.
Wow.
He literally turned into a hulking brute when he got angry.
Okay.
It was the funniest shit. Anyway, but anyway, point being though is because of Danny's half-a status, he actually was able to just continuously grow in power.
And get new powers and even copy the powers of others, which a lot of people went, wait, how? That's impossible.
Yeah.
Never saw how they did it, so I just did it myself.
Yeah, so yeah, so that's why Danny became so powerful and why he could become like literally the ghost god without killing anyone, because he was still alive, so technically he was like still generating spirit, a la Bleach style, which means that he could continually grow. But if you just gave that as his quirk, literally quirks don't evolve. Like they change a little bit.
They awaken, but that's it. They awaken to get slightly stronger, but that's it.
Yeah, they can change a little bit, but in the end, the quirk is kind of like the tape guy is never gonna be not shooting tape out of his elbows.
Yeah. Like if I remember,
someday
what I
he
get
may
out of
evolve
it
to shoot tape from his mouth.
His dick.
What I get out of it is that awakenings are you're not using the full power of your quirk because your body can't handle it because it's from the soul or something.
Yeah.
And awakening is that you've finally mastered it enough and gotten strong enough that your body can handle it, so it awakens at a time when you need it.
Yeah.
And lets
so
you use the whole power of your quirk.
Yeah, but because
like
Danny's
how Toga can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how Toga can copy quirks when before she could only copy appearance.
I love Doga.
So good.
Great.
I'll-
I
you
can
wanna get
fix
technical-
her.
No,
I
you
don't want
can't.
to fix it. I will make her
Like,
worse.
you can kind of see it as Twice was always awakened, but his mind couldn't handle it, so he broke mentally
Yeah.
after he got attacked. But then when he finally realized that when his arms broke that he was the real one and he needed to save his friends, he used his whole power again.
Yeah. But anyway, point being though is that
Or-
like
I
the,
don't know why he
Nice.
died, but I know why he
Making-
died because he's such a threat, but God, Twice was good.
like making Danny's power a quirk is just really just it's like, oh, he
Should've-
awakened, and what did he awaken? Oh, he awakened ice breath from his ghost quirk. Okay.
That doesn't make sense. I could understand if he could make a chill around the area, make people feel cold even though it's not. But what does ice breath come in this?
Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't
Sonic
seen the new
Scream.
Ghostbusters, have you?
Yeah.
No, but
Sonic Scream. Is he a Banshee now?
Yeah,
Banshee.
yeah, it's just like it makes sense. The power upgrades he gets makes sense when you're taking place in the Danny Phantom verse. But for a quirk upgrade, which are kind of supposed to be linear, like I said, the tape guy is never not going to be shooting tape from his arms. Like maybe he'll be able to shoot extra sticky tape or something from his arms, or do it for longer, or like
It-
you know.
It's
Danny
just
Phantom.
quite literally just a
Danny-
upgrade in some fashion.
Right,
of-
exactly. It's a
Danny
linear
Phantom with
upgrade.
10 needles sticking out of both arms. I'm already dead. Let's pump me full of trigger.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God.
This is what it's like to go further beyond.
And it's just different drugs getting pushed
No.
into his body.
Call me.
Call me tape.
Call me Hazel Child Beater.
I reject my humanity,
damn it.
Jojo.
Hold up, let me snort this powder for an even bigger power up.
I reject my humanity, Cinder. Call me Hazel Child Beater.
Oh.
Oh god, but no, yeah, like it's just it makes such a shit story because there's like so much wrong with this. Because it's like, why is Danny going to school in UA? Why is he in Japan? You know,
Why not in the USA with Stars and Stripes? Oh, because you're gonna have to create an entire OC cast that you're gonna rip off other TV shows and fandoms.
Right, exactly, and it's just like, you know, look, I get it, I understand wanting to write, you know, original content, and it's hard. I get
Or
it.
putting these two together, I can even get that. But you didn't need to make Danny be born in that world. He's got dimensional travel in his own universe.
Not only does he
Just
have
use dimensional travel.
No, not only does he have dimensional travel, he's also got literal immortality on his hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
him just being like, you know, 300 years later, dimensionally transports this universe, and because, like, honestly, look, the oh no,
Let's change the coordinates and see what happens.
right? I'm just so bored of this whole oh no, I've been transported into another universe. Time to angst about trying to get back to my home for the next 3 years. It's like, oh
Fuck that,
my
I'm having
god.
fun.
On the other hand, he's immortal, so you can go 300 years later. All the people I love are gone, my family's dead, all I've got are the descendants that I never got close to. Let's put in these random coordinates and see what
Yeah,
happens.
well, press button,
Sounds
let's
good.
go!
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause it's not like he wouldn't have the technology in his head unless he loses his memories or
Yeah,
something.
so
Like, he could go, like, anywhere in the multiverse, because like you said, he's immortal. So.
Yeah, and it's like, he, again, because he's a ghost, I mean, he can really just be any age he wants to be.
Mm.
And so, yeah, he could pretend to be a guy going
How-
to school, but...
The only people that would be around him are either his past villains or Vlad.
Yeah.
Vlad is probably as immortal as he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
think
is
so.
probably
Vlad
which would
just
make
go- Have you given up yet, Danny?
Well, it's
I don't know,
surprising that
did
he
you get-
didn't give up while he was in the middle of fucking space.
I don't know, Vlad. Have you given up
Sorry,
on my mother yet? She's been dead for
fucking-
300 years.
my
Fuck you,
mental-
Danny!
My mental image is just like Danny Phantom coming into the house. Vlad's there on the fucking, expensive looking chair reading a newspaper. Oh, back so soon. Yeah, it was a wild world. Dinosaurs with lasers. Fascinating. Pages to the next part of the newspaper. You leaving
Yeah, that
again
sounds right.
yet? Yep. Okay.
Fascinating.
Least
Fascinating.
neglectful uncle.
That's fun.
If you're gonna be back by dinner, there's gonna be meatloaf in the fridge.
Try not to come back.
Try to get over my mother. Fuck you!
Literally, yeah.
God damn it.
It's not an immediate fuck you either. It's pages, delay. Wait a sec. Fuck you!
Yeah.
Wait
And
for
that's
maximum
just-
effect. It only kicks in after Danny's gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's their interaction for the next 1,000 years of Danny just constantly asking, "You over my mother yet?" And Vlad taking just 3 full brain cell seconds to realize. what he
Vlad
said.
is just actively reading the same newspaper over and over again, but it does change. It is still the same newspaper, though.
How? We're thousands of years in the future. How is that newspaper still around? I am constantly supplying it with cash to make sure only this and this one newspaper keeps printing.
Fair.
I will keep this newspaper on out of spite.
Exactly. I mean, well, it is Ghost, so I mean, there might just be some sort of fucking newspaper ghost, just constantly
Also-
printing ghost news.
Also,
Yeah,
your father
ghost
couldn't read,
news.
and this was the last thing he tried to read in all of his life, so I'm gonna just keep reading it.
Your
Oof.
father came around again. Still can't read the sign I put out front. Which sign was that one? The pit spikes. He can fly now. Yep. Page's next newspaper. Didn't
Danny,
stop
just
him.
disappointed sigh.
Most intelligent cartoon father.
Hey, now, say what you will. Say what you will about these supposedly stupid cartoon fathers. But they, fucking Jack did good enough to own an entire apartment building and convert it into his family's house and laboratory in a city.
Yeah, he was
With-
doing pretty good.
And then fund
Plus,
all
to
of
be-
this.
Yeah, in a ghost hunting business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, clearly.
With a huge fuck-off high-tech armored truck.
And he constantly tried to take his family out places. Admittedly, yes, to go
Yeah.
ghost hunting, but constantly tried to be involved with his family. Was clearly deeply in love with his wife enough to have 2 kids.
And they showed them being lovey-dovey in the fucking show.
Yeah,
so they were
constantly.
obviously a healthy.
Yeah, so
Like if you compare Jack Fenton to other fucking animated fathers, like he's probably is one of the best, especially if you can compare him to like Timmy Turner's dad or something like that.
Yeah, he's not an absentee dad. He pays attention. He makes enough money
basically-
to have a weird fucking hobby.
Not basically outright abusive like a lot of the other ones we saw, which is a
yeah.
weird trait that they kept following through in a lot of animated shows.
you
even
know,
though it never came out as
honestly,
abusive.
I think the only person that can compare to Jack Fenton in the children's cartoons is Jimmy Neutron's dad.
100%.
yes.
Huge.
Jimmy
I
Huge.
mean, the man
Huge,
can
yeah.
use the force. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugh
He also used the
literally,
ducks.
like, again, stay-at-home mother, and fucking Jimmy Neutron's too much of a smart dipshit to actually patent anything he makes or sell anything he makes, which means that Hugh makes enough money to constantly fund Jimmy's inventions and all of the parts he needs to purchase without questions even being asked.
And
And
their
take care
house
of the
and
damages he
hobbies.
made.
And damages. And he's always
cannot
there
imagine
for
that man's
He's always
insurance
there for
premiums.
his wife and Jimmy when he needs them. Like the amount of times he's been there with Jimbo to give him advice and to make sure he's all right, or even just
Yeah,
asking about him.
constantly tries to be involved in his kid's life, even though he doesn't understand 90% of what his son says. He still tries to both listen and be involved and offer the advice he can to his son.
And not even just in his own hobbies, like with the ducks. He tries to get involved in his son's hobbies as well.
I
He
mean,
doesn't
to
try
be fair,
force
he
his own
did
thing.
he did manage to get Mrs. Neutron, who is apparently just as smart as Jimmy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she knows like half of the shit he knows.
That is
Yeah.
another funny moment that does happen occasionally in that show, is where Jimmy explains something thinking his parents won't get it, and then his mom's
And then
just
his
like,
mother.
oh, why didn't you just flip the inverse neutron ratio? And he's like, fucking what? Huh?
Where do you think you got your brains from, Jimmy?
Yeah, I've been trying to make this like power source work for like 2 days. Have you tried using a beryllium agitator? Why would I use that? It doubles the output.
Yeah, it's just the mom
I've just got on my mind now that Jimmy's mom was like a teenage childhood villainess who Hugh Neutron seduced into being a housewife.
You know what? I can actually see Hugh being some form of
That's
like
hilarious.
Well, considering some of the shit that Hugh's done in the show, I can totally see Hugh being some form of brain damage special forces / like CIA operative sort of shit. Because again, dude is apparently fucking raking in money.
Yes. Does Master Splinter count as a dad? Yes, he always does.
Jimmy finds out his dad was in the CIA, and there's like, why are you guys paying him so much money? Oh, we pay him to stay away. He knew too much.
Yeah, like
we don't talk about Agent Doc.
Also, some of the stuff he says, sometimes it's like, what have you seen?
We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
Yeah, it's just like, what have you been involved in?
That meme will never die, and I hope it never does.
Dad, what did you get involved in?
Like,
listen, your mother might have tried to destroy the world once or
Hugh
twice,
has seen some shit.
and I guarantee it's all from fucking Jimmy's mother.
Possibly, yeah.
They were childhood rivals in the fucking spy.
I would have laughed so hard if at some point in like the final, year of the episode, they were like, they were like, something happens and Jimmy is either like, he has his lab destroyed or something, and the mom's just like,
works on it.
Oh, that's okay, son. We can use my lab. And he's like, what do you mean your lab? And then they take his elevator, except it keeps going past his floor. And he's like, wait a second. What do you mean there's a lower floor than this? And it's just her lab.
There's just a whole lot of dust because this is her childhood home. And it goes, Mom? Oh, I haven't used this since I married your father decades ago when he stuffed my third world domination plot.
Yeah, exactly right. Or Hugh's actually...
what do you mean the third?
Yeah, or Hugh's actually not brain damaged and he just acts like eccentric to cope. Also true. Yeah. Totally true. Yeah, completely fair. I actually like that one even more.
Yeah. Well, no, he's retired. Why wouldn't he enjoy his retirement by being as carefree as he is?
No, you're making a mistake here. That man's not retired. He is actively on a government budget to keep the wife and the son contained, to keep that villainess happy and occupy her son and keep them turning out new inventions for America. Fuck yeah. That's
we got this little doohickey from a guy in a small town. What does it do? Oh, it just like blows open rocks. From where?
Anywhere.
Space.
Yeah.
Anywhere. I can blow up a rock anywhere in the world if I want to. How did he make this? I made in this like multi-million-dollar laboratory.
How? He tripped over a rock, so he made sure he made something that destroyed all rocks in his pathway. But it works on the entire world. It's worldwide.
Yeah.
Isn't the Earth a rock?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Also, I really appreciate where my GIF froze.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Oh god. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. You give me shivers. I already don't like where this is going. Once more,
I mean,
Danny stands victorious over the Ghost King, but the war has left its mark and everything will change. Luckily
Also
for
with
our
Irma.
favorite half-breed, he is not alone. Follow him and Irma as they try to make sense of Jet, another weird turn in their lives. Oh, Yet. Not Jet, apparently, but the authors somehow got J and Y confused.
He just hit the wrong button.
Important information. Irma is going to be a teenager in this fic. It's rated M, not because they're having sex, but because there's going to be lots of gore-based humor.
I'm guessing this is based on the Irma Williams comics.
The webcomic, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I used to follow that. It was kind of okay. It wasn't really going anywhere, though, so it kind of petered out for me.
It was more slice of life than anything, but...
Yeah, but I'm fine with slice of life. I mean, like, bro, I fucking have the entire Calvin and Hobbes series, like 3 copies of it, okay? But like, it's like Irma was trying to go for slice of life, but they were also trying to go for like this continuous, serious plot, also at the same time.
Irma's gonna destroy the world or something like that.
And like the continuous plot stream of like these babysitters and all of other this shit, and it's kind of just like, so are you gonna go anywhere with this, or are you just
gonna actually destroy the world? Or...
Yeah, are we doing like a whole DBZ thing where we're gonna be 300 episodes in before he moves an inch?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, that's why I kind of was just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
What could have been? Danya Al Ghul has been dead for 8 years. His body consumed by the very waters meant to revive him after an assassination attempt gone half right. Meanwhile, in Amity Park, the last thing the Fentons expected to come out of the ghost portal was a fully human boy. I mean... Okay, so they're saying that basically Danny Fenton in this story was actually Daniel Al Ghul from DC, and that his ghost half was killed, so he got ejected out of the ghost portal as a human.
Why?
Cringe and suffering.
And then X-Men and Danny Phantom. More
Ghostly
Danny Phantom
evolution. Rogue gasped at the sight of the newcomer. He didn't look like any other mutants she had encountered so far. What are you? She asked in all. Isn't Rogue the person that kills people?
On touch, yes.
Okay.
She steals life. Steals life energy, and she can use their own powers. Essentially, her power steals life energy from others to copy other powers and memories and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But he's a ghost, so obviously she can't kill him, which means they're perfect for each other.
Except he's not, because the last sentence of that summary.
Shush.
Danny smiled and said, "Me, I'm just your regular supernatural mutant." No, okay, so here's the thing, though. Danny lies.
He does. To everyone, actually.
Yeah. So, him meeting X-Men and being like, yeah, I'm just a normal mutant, guys. Don't worry about me. I'm just doing mutant things with my mutant powers.
But then you also got to ask how long.
Look, I'm totally a
been
mutant.
In that world.
Don't worry, I am a mutant.
Okay.
I
So
am normal.
But the thing is, how long has he been in that world that he not only knows about mutants, but then decides to ignore all the anti-mutant propaganda and hate that's around throughout all of America? Not just like it's not just the X-Men that deal with it.
Yeah.
No one actually knows if Spider-Man's a mutant. A lot of people probably think he uses spider-like technology.
They classify him as something called a mutate, which is someone who was mutated by technology, which is what Danny would technically also be classified as.
Yeah,
It's
but how
equivalent
many
to
people
Spider-Man.
actually how much people actually know that? Like the X-Men with telepaths. Could, a
Only
lot of
like
people,
the X-Men or the bad guys really make that
yeah,
classification.
a
The
lot of
normies don't.
a lot of the sweet, someone who's figured out how to copy spiders and make them look not as horrifying.
Well, I mean,
with,
yeah,
technology.
that's the other thing is that Spider-Man, 90% of the time is just being smart and using technology. I mean, some of the editions of Spider-Man have him shooting web from like spinnerets inside his arms, but I mean, a fair number of the Spider-Man versions are just him using technology to shoot some sort of thread.
His
not the
actual
Tobey
powers are
Maguire.
spider-based.
The Spider-Man that was in
his
between
power.
Tobey
Okay, so
Maguire
here's
and
the
Tom
thing, though: is a lot of his powers are not very obvious. He's got a supernatural sense for danger, which again isn't obvious to anyone but him. To everyone else, Spider-Man's just good at dodging.
Yeah.
He's also got super strength and reflexes and speed.
Yeah. Okay. Again, yes, he does, but again, he doesn't really use them too often.
Yeah, he does hold back a lot. Like, there are a few
He
comics
does.
where he stops holding back, and the
And all the
minute he
villains are
does,
like,
he starts
"What the
punching
fuck?"
heads off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the villains are like, wait, what? He was holding back this whole time?
Yeah, and also, usually the moments where he is going above and beyond what he normally does to save the day, a lot of people are just like, oh, yay, Spider-Man saved the day, he was a big hero and did stuff, yay! And not being like, you know, Spider-Man is 10% faster than he normally is, and I think he might be a mutant. No one's doing that.
Well, everybody except JJ, who actually does that shit.
Yes, but JJ hates Spider-Man because Spider-Man glorifies vigilantism, and JJ believes in the law doing its job, not Spider-Man.
Funny enough, I think it's also a fact of if Spider-Man didn't wear a mask, JJ would be a lot more accepting of him because there'd be consequences and all that.
Right, that also as well, yeah.
Because
Also,
like, if
I'm
I remember
pretty
correctly,
sure-
before she got like brainwashed, before she got brainwashed by Purple Man, JJ was actually pretty like advocate that she was good because she had her face unmasked and all that. Like, yeah, she had purple hair, which he thought was a wig, but
Also, I mean, there's some additions. I mean, depends on your Jameson, right? I mean, there's some additions of Jameson that does know that Peter is Spider-Man and is just giving
100%.
Peter a hard time because he feels
he
that
knew the whole
Peter just
time.
needs it. Yeah.
yeah, because he
Also,
knows that because he even knows about Ben Parker being dead.
Yeah.
I think that was in the older
There's some, especially like the cartoon universe, where he knows and he intentionally bails Peter or Spider-Man out more than once.
Yeah.
Funds his legal fees and shit, and then turns around and talks shit about him on the radio because he kind of wants to encourage him in his own way.
Well, it's not only that, it's also, if he's the opposition, then he's able to control it.
Yes, also there's that. It's actually a pretty brilliant move.
Hell, even in the movies where Goblin goes, "Who takes pictures of Spider-Man? I don't know. They send it by mail."
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't give up Peter to Goblin.
Yeah, he didn't give up Peter.
Like, pretty much in nearly every incarnation, Atin can correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty much in every incarnation, JJ is actually a solid dude.
Yes.
His whole thing with Spider-Man is mostly personal, from what I understand, and it's mostly because like he felt slighted because of some other shit, and then he's like, afterwards, I think he was feeling inadequate about him.
Like I said, it really depends on the universe. Some universes he was a friend of Ben's. Some universes he's, aware of Spider-Man because of like.
There are some where he's not, but then Spider-Man shows him who he is.
Yeah, and there's also some where it's like Spider-Man landed on his car during a fight, and this is a reoccurring occurrence, and he's had to replace like 5 cars at this point, and he's kind of really getting pissed off at Spider-Man at this point. Like,
especially because the car dealers are going,
rich, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, but it's the principle of the thing that his car keeps getting
exactly. Like, why is my car getting smashed?
But also, even in the ones that
playing Mario Kart, and he's getting first place.
Yeah.
There's 40 other cars on this street. Why is it always mine?
Yeah.
all of a sudden he just looks up, wait, Dr. Octavius was that scientist that we didn't put their research in the paper? How many times did he face Spider-Man this week again, and how many times was my car been destroyed?
That motherfucker.
JJ pulls down a corkboard. I know they're behind this.
There's a
would be
conspiracy
hilarious.
here.
But like,
He becomes Alex Jones.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the movie.
So
like,
you joke about
not
that,
even-
but actually in recent editions of Spider-Man, they did portray JJ as an Alex
As-
Jones figure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
I remember. It's in
As
the
a
video
professional
game.
journalist, as soon as he sees those pictures that Peter Parker took where Spider-Man was basically posing for him and the angles that he took those pictures at,
Yeah.
like, he has to know, it's like, yeah, either you know Spider-Man or you
I mean,
are
there was
Spider-Man.
literally a comic. I forget which edition it was, but Peter brings in these pictures. JJ insults him, and then the guy's like, one of the guys that was like in the office was like, "Man, you're really too hard on the kid." And he's like, "Hard on the kid? Come on! Do you see these pictures he gives me? Half of these would just give him away. Like, come on, Spider-Man really posed like this for him? Like,
Yeah.
come on! I can clearly tell the camera is on the 32nd story of the Manhattan building. No one else is getting up there but him."
Mm.
I'm imagining that
Yeah,
in the
it's pretty
voice from the
obvious.
movie.
If
He's
we
just
put
like,
these,
come
if
on,
we
are you
put
serious?
if we put these in the paper, the photographer's name is in the paper.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna
Somebody's
know
gonna
who the fuck
figure
he
it out.
is.
I give the
Everyone.
kid a hard time because he needs it.
Yeah. He's too naive sending in pictures like this.
But yeah, no, so it's just straight up, oh hey, we got a, that's a questionable name. But alright.
Vampire Girl 699, who's apparently been following you since February 10th, 2021. Or is following... Oh, no. Are they following me? Is this a bot?
Maybe, we'll test it.
It's a fab.
Recent broadcast. They've actually streamed.
They got Discord Nitro.
Yeah. They've apparently
What's the
streamed.
name?
Vampire Girl
Vampire-
699.
Yeah.
18...
Hello.
Baldur's Gate. Hello. Yeah. Bringing out dreams.
Fed.
Chatting.
Fed.
Fed.
Fed spotted.
Alright, anyway. So yeah, I'm going through this mutant story.
Mm.
It's okay, it's whatever. I mean, okay, so the grammar in it's fine. The dialogue in it's fine. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I guess if you're interested in the premise, go ahead and read it. There's nothing like really sticking out to me as terrible. But I'm pretty sure that what the truth about Danny's status is going to be revealed in later chapters, and it's not going to be in chapter 1. So I have, read with caution, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say here. They only got 2 stories. Their other story is also a Danny Phantom story, which isn't in the crossover section, which is about Danny Phantom. After failing to save his family from a nasty burger explosion, Danny stops being a hero and goes back to being a normal person. And then he's adopted by a foster family, and then he joins the X-Men. 84 chapters, 428,000 words. I mean, clearly this guy, it's a completed story too to boot. So, clearly this guy is dedicated to really writing Danny Phantom and X-Men. But it looks like he is going to be possibly erring on the side of X-Men, Danny Phantom being a mutant and not a ghost.
Yeah. Which I can sort of get. Mutants can have quite... Like, they have usually one power, but that can spread out to a lot, so a ghost power would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really conflict too much, but I mean, at the end of the day, I kind of just feel like performing a crossover where you remove the powers of one side of the crossover just so you can jam it in. It kind of like, what's the point of doing the crossover then, right?
Yeah.
Because the crossover sounds cool.
It's like, oh, I want to do a Ben 10 Naruto crossover, but Naruto is actually just an alien, and his chakras can only do the moves we all saw him do because those are his alien species powers.
That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, technically, Naruto is an alien with his Otsutsuki blood, so Ben would
Yes,
just get
technically
chakra.
speaking, yeah. Well, he would get a chakra form. He would get a ninja form. He wouldn't get,
Which would be completely useless other than for the physical abilities, which can get kind of ridiculous at times.
a little bit, but he would also have to train those physical abilities. And I think the forms are kind of set in stone because I think he heals, right? Doesn't he heal if he transforms?
He does.
He doesn't take damage. So any damage his alien forms take, his human form doesn't take. But I don't think if his human form is damaged, does his alien form does. And I think it's more that his body changes. So when he returns back to alien, from alien to human, the injuries his human part had show up as well. Still.
Yeah, well, I think that's what it does. It takes a snapshot of his current state.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like it does a full heal on him. It's like I think if he
yeah.
transforms into an alien, gets hurt as that alien, detransforms, and then transforms into like a different alien or the same alien again, he's now
The
healed.
injury's gone. Yes.
Yeah.
The injury's gone.
So
Yeah,
you
but his
wouldn't be
human
able
form-
to
if he's-
improve. So any whatever the first person you add, oh god damn, that sucks. The first person you add to the wristwatch for the Naruto alien race would be your baseline for all of your powers.
Alright, hey Mike guy, can you come and put a drop of blood on this watch for me?
Yes.
Can you teach me this thing called the gate you've got? I know
Now-
I've got access to it, but I don't know how to do it.
Well, it also really depends as well, because I believe the later versions of the watch were straight up said to be like, the reason why his alien forms were so powerful was because it like had hundreds of entries and it took the best DNA from that
Yeah.
species.
Oh god, if you give him a fucking Senju and Uchiha, he'll just have the Rinnegan base.
Yep.
Base.
It just continuously ascends to become more and more powerful.
How do you
He would
use all this
eventually
power?
become
Ben,
like Kaguya.
Ben, you're so powerful. How do you use all of it? I don't know. I only got like 10 minutes on this thing. Is
Time to
Sneaky
remove the time limit.
Sneaky okay?
No, he's not okay.
He is never okay.
He's dead.
I heard that noise too.
Alright. What? I just got my rum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just let me figure out how to open this here rum.
What kind
If
you
you
got?
can't figure out how to
What brand?
open a bottle, you've had too much to drink.
He hasn't had enough.
I haven't had any. B, it's a fresh bottle. I'm just trying to find that fucking perforated plastic bit that lets me...
Ah, yeah. What rum you got?
Perforated.
It is the Bamboo Cream. What?
Who just left?
Gray.
Gray.
Ah.
He went to bed.
Oh, good night, Gray.
Yeah, the Bamboo Cream. Got me some spiced milky rum.
Oh.
That sounds gross.
It's delicious.
Costs a bit more than my Kraken I get.
Oh, it definitely costs a little bit more than Kraken, but I tried making spiced milk rum on my own, and it was close with the Kraken, but it just was not as good as Bamboo.
Nah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've actually seen this brand in Australian stores.
Where is it made?
Caribbean, apparently.
Panama. That's probably why.
Yeah.
So,
Oh shit!
the-
I can get it delivered for $64.99 with $9.50 delivery. Oh shit!
all right, what's that?
$700.
Not Monopoly money.
In Australian.
No, in
That's
U.S.
an Australian-
dollars.
That'd be $42.99 for the 64.99.
Yeah,
So add-
you're paying like $5 more than what I do.
That makes sense.
But wait, you can order alcohol online and have it delivered to you?
No, I can in New
Yes.
Jersey as well. Because, you know, of all the things New Jersey makes illegal, digitally
Why the-
ordered alcohol isn't one of them. And of all the things that Vermont makes legal, digitally ordered alcohol is one of them.
But can you do it on Sunday?
Yeah.
That's why I got to go to a Dan Murphy's if I want to do a get it from. It's not at my local alcohol shop.
Mm.
Although. Dan Murphy's or a Liquorland, which is it's a bit further away than I usually go on Saturdays, so I don't go to those places.
A little bit of a trekkie.
Mm.
Chucky before Brecky?
I mean, I go shopping and then I go to go have brekkie with my nieces. So
There you
Do you have shrimps on the barbie?
fuck no, that's not a brekkie meal. That's a lunch meal. You cunt.
go.
Crikey!
Crikey,
It's fucking
man.
bangers and
He's gotta go
It's
fight
fucking-
them.
it's fucking
booties.
bangers and mash. Maybe some eggs.
He slapped some booties on the barbie.
Nah, it's bangers, eggs, and bacon. Maybe an omelet.
Drinks a shoey or two.
You're not just
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
Yeah,
that's a
true.
shoey, you know.
Listen,
A
if you haven't,
shoey.
every Australian's done a shoey at one point in their life.
Yeah, it's the lowest point every Australian will ever reach.
No, it's because
Isn't
that's the first drink that an adult will let you have. Because if you ask if you can have a beer, they say no. If you ask, can I do it in a shoey, they say yeah, fuck yeah, we'll laugh at that. So you can get free
drinking
booze off an
alcohol
adult.
out of a shoe.
So you
Yeah.
can get free alcohol off an adult by doing it in a shoe, and
Yeah.
then they laugh at you.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yes, they should.
Yeah, it was a way to get free alcohol. Either that, or
Gross.
you're so fucking drunk you don't care where you drink it from.
Yeah, you know, you pour that fucking Costco box wine into the shoe.
Excuse
Pour it
me.
straight into a
Excuse you,
urinal.
are you disrespecting the box wine?
Yeah.
Excuse you, are you disrespecting Goon Roulette, where you do it off a clothes hanger and have it spin?
The Goon Roulette. I forgot about that shit.
Fucking Australians.
The Gooner Roulette. Oh god. Bats and Ghosts. This is a rewrite of Daughter of Clockwork and a Batman and a Phantom.
No.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, that's a mouthful. My OC, Luna Eclipse, and Danny Phantom are heroes depending on who yous asks. When Joker come to Amity and Bat following, Team Phantom have to work with member of Bat Clan. 'Cause them reasons unknown to them. Ghosts of Amity Park and Gotham Rogues are working together to fight Team Phantom and Bat Clan.
That makes no sense. The ghosts of Amity Park aren't outright fucking evil like a lot of the rogues are.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, no
like,
kidding.
a majority of the Ghosts of Amity Park were probably fucking off the Jokers.
Yeah. How the Skulker would probably see him as a beast to hunt. And not even just to keep, but just to hunt and put down. Rabbit.
No, to put in the fucking, what's his face is the warden.
Yeah.
Put in the warden's prison.
Yeah.
But remember, if the Joker dies in Amity Park, then you've got another problem because now he's immortal. A ghost can use all the ghost powers and is just as insane.
Yeah, unless you
Well,
send
yeah,
him to the
but then-
warden. The
Yeah.
warden's ghost powers, you don't have ghost powers.
Yeah.
Implying the warden could keep him.
The
Or
warden's
that he
ghost
wouldn't turn
powers,
the warden.
no,
The
you
Warden's
can't.
ghost powers are no ghost powers.
Yeah.
Essentially. It's no you.
The warden has a massive ego, and his ability is fuck you. You're
Yeah.
in my prison.
Yeah.
And there was,
Again,
Plus,
this is the
even-
Joker,
even
implying
if
he wouldn't
Joker
out crazy
did
him.
yes,
Even
except
if Joker did escape, he would fuck himself because he'd release the Ghost King Pariah because he'd find it funny.
True.
And Pariah would look at
Yes.
him and goes like, "No, I'm eating you."
and then die. Yeah.
And then the Joker would eat him.
No.
That's how
No.
that works.
No.
Literally,
is
yes.
No,
fucking
see,
powerful.
no, see, Joker's power is backed by Gotham. Sorry about
And if
that,
he's
by
not
the
in
way.
Gotham,
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not
if
that.
he's not-
It's not that if he's not in Gotham. It's that when he dies, this is canonical, by the way. When the Joker dies, Gotham moves on to a new champion. They don't keep empowering Joker.
they make
It
him
makes
Joker.
another
Gotham
Joker.
dies, the world moves on, everyone's happier.
Gotham gets nuked.
Yeah.
Everyone would be happier if Gotham got nuked.
I mean, yes.
New Jersey does not apologize.
But
New York
yeah,
celebrates as now they don't have to lose to the Gotham
if
Dodgers.
Joker dies, Gotham just makes a new Joker. It's not the same person.
Well,
anymore,
it's not
I'm
just a
pretty
new Joker. It's originally the reason why Gotham was so bad was because Gotham spread the curse across as much of the people there as possible, causing not unmasked chaos, but corrupt chaos across the board. And this caused a lot of problems and ultimately killed Bruce's parents. And then when all the criminals started getting rounded up, Gotham decided to try a new avenue, which was invest all of its power into one person, creating the Joker. Yeah, Gotham is also sitting on top of a Hellmouth. I mean, that's just normal New Jersey City stuff. Like, I mean, that's not really that special.
I mean, it depends on which canon you're going with. That doesn't apply to all of them.
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't
just
apply to all of them.
specific
I mean,
ones.
some of them are like Gotham's on top of a haunted swamp. Some of them are like Gotham's on top of a cursed blood pit. Some of them are Gotham's on top of the hell pit. I mean, there's a lot of
Just
different
Gotham
things.
is normal, but the people are crazy, and the Joker is a fluke. But what can you do?
Yeah. But yeah, so ultimately, even if Joker got offed, he would get thrown into the jail and he wouldn't escape from the jail. There's only one person that ever escaped from the jail, and that was Danny Phantom. And I think that's because he actually ended up using the warden's own rules against him. Correct me if I'm wrong about that episode, but I believe in the end, when he tried to break out, he ended up getting caught in the end, but then used the warden's own wording of the rules to prove that he couldn't be held by the warden, and the warden, because of his obsession with the rules, was like, well, shit, you got me, you're free to go. But one day, I will imprison you.
I'll get you someday.
He swore on the Wendy's menu that he was innocent, Your Honor.
Listen, the final battle of Batman vs. Joker can't happen until it's in a Waffle House parking lot.
Yes. The one Waffle House in Gotham.
It's the reason why Joker never goes there, just in case. His entire instinct is screaming.
Someone picks the Waffle House stage, and, like
Oh,
both people
no.
lean forward.
Huh.
Final
Joker doesn't go near it.
Both hands of the controller lean forward. It's time.
Final Destination starts playing.
Joker keeps avoiding the Waffle House on pure instinct because he knows that will end the Joker
Honestly,
film versus
the
Batman.
peak part of that joke would be Bruce Wayne went to the Waffle House, and whoever is the Joker when they're not being the Joker goes to the Waffle House, and they end up getting into a massive argument about like who would win in a fight, this like League of Villains character versus this Justice League character.
Joker throws the first punch, but then when he gets retaliated by Bruce Wayne, he goes, "Wait a
Bruce
second,
Wayne's
I know
like
that right
fucking
hook."
like kung fuing out, and they're like, "Wait a second,
Wait a minute. I know
wait,
that
what's
punch.
up?"
No, Joker only realizes after he gets hit by the first punch because he goes, "Wait a second, I know that right hook."
So I was looking on the wiki regarding the Walker and the Warden guy. That whole rule thing didn't happen apparently.
No,
No, he just turned into a human form because in the ghost rules, it's reversed. He's
Right.
the ghost in that world, and
Yep.
he just left.
that's what it was. Yep,
And he just left. There was no rule trickery.
right, that's what it was. Well, I think that's what my brain was interpreting as the rule trickery of, well, this is a ghost prison and I'm a human, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Basically, he used the rules of the whole reality warping against them and fucked off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they couldn't do shit to him in the ghost realm.
But I will say, I do like that one universe line where the Joker actively protected. I mean, this might have happened multiple times. I only know of it once, where the Joker actively protected Bruce's identity. Because people kept trying to unmask him. He's like, no, you fucking idiot. Shoots them in the head. It's not funny if I know who he is.
Or he actively knows who he is. He's like, no, that's not the point. Stop trying to pull the fucking mask off. He's Batman.
Yeah. Also, the one
think I don't
timeline
know?
of animated Batman pulls mask off. Bruce Wayne,
Bruce Wayne.
owner of Wayne Tech, I put my deposit down on my electric car 1 year ago. Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce?
The only good part about the Harley show. Literally the only good part about the Harley show.
Yeah.
I thought the Harley show was pretty funny. Don't get me
Well,
wrong.
no,
there's
you
certainly
got
some
also
ham-fisted
you also
stuff in
got to
there.
remember before that, Joker was like, "No, what are you doing? Don't do that!" And then they pulled it off. It's like, "Wait, Bruce Wayne?"
Yeah, that's the
like,
Harley show.
there was also that one episode where it was Joker's voice actor had captured Joker's voice actor and was monologuing to Joker's voice actor, who was fighting Joker's voice actor to save Joker's voice actor.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They do that kind of stuff pretty frequently in the show. Like they essentially make like meta jokes in the show.
Because there's Mark Hamilton and he voiced multiple characters and they did a crossover episode, but the
You called him
crossover
Mark Hamilton?
fucking
Yes, he did say Mark Hamilton. Mark Hamill.
Hamill. Fuck you.
Mark Hamilton.
No, get Mark Hamill's fucking name right.
Mark
Bruh.
Hamill can eat shit.
He can eat shit, but he's the best Joker.
Yeah, he is. It's true. But yeah, but because it was a crossover episode where his character that he voiced in the other series was kidnapped by the character he voiced in the current series, and then the character saving them was also voiced by him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And to be
listen,
clear,
We're on budget constraints, so we're gonna make you voice 3 people. Two of them villains, one of them your ex-villain.
no, but here's the thing: Mark Hamill's the kind of voice actor who would just go, "That's fucking dumb. I can't wait."
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
He
is the
loved it.
dumbest shit I've ever heard. Where do I sign
We
it?
do though have the we do have the
it's like
final
time
Joker.
It's like the time
from
that
him, though.
Fire Emblem Warriors was like, "Hey, Matthew Mercer, the two characters that you voiced in English have a support chain. And at the end of the support chain, and this is not in the Japanese version, it ends with Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill. Fuck. We were
Matt
just talking
Mercer.
about Mark Hamill.
Matt Mercer, yeah.
It ends with him, because like they're doing like a training montage or whatever, and it ends with Matthew Mercer saying to Matthew Mercer, "Man, workouts with you are always extra tiring for some reason."
Yeah.
That's clever.
Was that in Three Houses or
Warriors.
Yeah, that was in
Warriors.
Warriors.
The Muso game.
Also,
was that in the Three Hopes
I
one?
really
Sorry.
did the meta commentary on that one did stick in my mind, specifically because it was like the Joker kept being like, "I feel like I know you from somewhere."
Yeah, like truly, as someone who watched 3 seasons of the Harley Quinn show, honestly, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, all right.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not as
Like,
good as
there's
the
definitely
other
times
anime.
where it's ham-fisted. I'm not gonna
Mm.
pretend that there's not, but
Yeah.
the people who are out there who are like, there's no, it's not funny, there's nothing good. Those people are just fucking mad.
Ivy was okay.
I'm gonna
She
be
had
honest.
some
I
good
laughed.
moments.
I laughed at the cancer rate.
You laughed at the what?
Cancer rate.
What the fucking shit?
Did you? Where Harley
Phantoms
shoots-
and squids. When
no.
accidents send Danny Sam Tucker to place where human are dead, squids can't swim. How will they react to this strange new environment, and how will they return home?
Huh?
Two
a Splatoon
chapters,
crossover.
1,000 words. A Danny Phantom Splatoon crossover.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
Featuring
You
a
heard
Danny
us.
Phantom harem of Sam, Marie, and Agent 4.
Bro,
Basically,
Oh.
Sam and Splatoon fucking characters, Squid girls.
okay.
Cease and desist.
Yeah,
Anyone who tries to have sexy time with Splatoon characters belongs on a list. I have never been so uncomfortable looking at a gaming trailer as I was.
yeah, with the skimpy
Oh.
clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
When
was
they did like
awkward.
look at this Splatoon walking down a subway train and it's hot and it's sexy and I
And
was
then
like,
focus on the ass.
Japan, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, see, my issue with that argument, because like, so some people are, oh, but the Splatoon characters are like all like adults and shit. It's like, technically, yes, you are correct, technically. However,
They are using the lolly body type.
well, yes, obviously they're using the lolly body type. Obviously, they act like
I
children, but
I
the
wouldn't even, I don't
no,
even know if I'd call it a lollipop. Like it's so much worse.
no. Here's the capstone for it, though. In Splatoon, they explicitly call out that the Splatoon squids are so mentally retarded or mentally
But they may as
unmature
well be children.
that they are literally childlike in thought. And the fat cat literally is like, man, these squids are so easy to rip off. It's like I'm taking candy from children. Oh, wait, I am.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Ooh.
special.
So, with that being the go line of, you know, that, and then be like, oh, but they're adults, it's like, okay, but we have in-universe characters calling out that they have the maturity levels and mentalities of children. Like, that's why the cat gets away with doing what he does, because effectively he's, like, getting them to do very dangerous stunts for very little pay, and he's able to resell what they're giving him for like 300 times the value.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds special.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally exploiting retarded child labor.
Yeah.
That's canon. So yeah, again, when people were like, "Oh man, the Splatoon characters are hot," I'm like, the children?
Press X to put them on the list.
Yeah.
The children are hot?
The mentally ill children.
The one that is mentally a child, like,
Okay,
I don't care how hot they are. If I hear them speak and I'm like, that is so stupid, they do not sound like an adult, I could never be, like, attracted to that person.
Yeah,
But-
no.
okay, is this just an American translation thing, or is it canon to the
No,
Japanese
canon.
version?
No, it's canon.
Yeah, no. That
Oh,
that is
that's okay.
Yeah, it's fucked.
it is
Okay.
it is like even leaving aside how uncomfortable that entire video should make you if you're not a fucking pedo
Mm.
Yeah.
in universe, in game, in lore.
Yeah, it really makes me question it because kids look at that and go, "Oh, that's a cool outfit," and it's like, who exactly are you advertising to?
You
Yeah.
know who.
Like, listen. This isn't like Final Fantasy 13 when they were like, "Cool, we're gonna put all the characters in, fucking, what was the fashion company? Prada, I think."
Parada, yeah.
Mm.
Prada.
Like, it's not that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you advertising to here?
Yeah.
Look at this sexy child. It's like, huh?
Moshi Moshi, please.
Hello, police.
Hello, Policía.
Hello, police. This one right here.
God damn it! Fucking nose.
What did I do?
Las
Fucking
Policia.
just coming in with the Spanish. Shades
Yeah,
of
made you laugh.
red. Valerie Gray's world was turned upside down after Cujo wrecked Axion Labs and her father lost his job. Valerie struggles to balance it all, and after years of leaving Amity Park and Casper High behind, she is a college student in Gotham.
Mm.
Oh,
Why?
Why?
That poor child.
That's a bad
When
idea.
she meets Jason Todd, kicking off a
no.
chain of chaos
No, that's bullshit.
events. A
Jason never went to
Valerie-centric
college.
story where Jason Todd and Valerie fuck.
It's a self-insert
No.
using a canon character as their self-insert.
Yeah.
Cringe.
No, see, Jason Todd never went to college because
Yeah,
Joker,
no.
quote unquote, killed him.
No, he did.
It was Tim and Dick who went to college.
No, Jason Todd
Jason did
was in
not.
college.
When did Jason Todd go to
No.
college?
No, he died when he was younger than college.
He died when he was younger
Yeah,
than that.
he
He
was
died
a-
when he was in high school.
He wasn't even in high school.
wait, I thought.
I
Wait,
mean, his
no, sorry,
college
no,
is
hold on. He
streets.
was Red Hood. So I was getting him confused with the
That's
guy who
Red
summons
Hood.
the demon.
Bruh.
The guy
Summons
who
the demon?
Yeah, summons the demon.
You mean the guy who you mean the
literally
guy who
who?
becomes the demon?
Actually,
No,
that-
Etrig was his name or something.
Etrigan.
Oh.
Etrigan.
Yeah, no.
Man.
Yeah,
That
Etrigan.
didn't go to
cool.
college
No,
either.
that's
He's
that's
immortal and
that's,
old.
that's Jason Blood.
That's
Jason
Blood.
Blood. See,
I'm not kidding. I'm
you
not
understand
It is. No,
why
I know,
a
yeah,
story
it
called
is.
Shades of Red featuring a main character named Jason
Named
in
Jason.
college?
No.
Yeah.
I totally get it, and I want to be clear. It's a
You know what's
super
even funnier? This
understandable.
doesn't
Yeah.
work out. This doesn't work out if you combine the two worlds again with the Ghost Zone because Hell canonically exists in DC and Marvel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Unless, it's a crossover where Danny leaves his universe, but they're not using Danny.
Using Valerie, yeah.
Yeah, some random nobody.
I mean, okay, look, so the Ghost Zone existing isn't that bad, and the fact that demons exist, that could just be another fucking section of the afterlife, it's not as bad as Has Been Hotel.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
Because,
Which
again,
there is more of. down if you go
specifically,
down.
as far as I'm aware, when it comes to DC Hell, people don't just become demons. Like, that was kind of like a thing.
No,
Yeah.
they do not just become demons.
Yeah.
No.
They can become demons, but it is exceedingly hard. It's not a thing that they can just do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who become demons in the DC universe make a conscious decision.
To become one.
Yeah.
It's like lichdom. They
Yeah.
are making
Either that,
Yeah.
either that, or they're possessed for so long that their body is now just the demon's body.
No, that's different. That's your body is the demon's body. That is not you become a demon.
No, yeah.
That will be your soul becoming a demon because demons are, in fact, just souls.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point being though is that the Ghost Zone existing in DC isn't as egregious.
No, it would actually slot in all fairly
Smoothly,
seamlessly
yeah.
with
Not as bad
DC's
as Has
shit.
Been Hotel, like you said.
no.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, what about Marvel with fucking Raven and her dad?
Yes, it would also slot in with Marvel because of the greater Marvel bullshit.
Raven isn't part of Marvel.
Oh no, she's in
Raven's
fucking.
DC.
I'm thinking DC. Now, who am I thinking in Marvel that's connected to Hell? Oh,
Raven?
Lots
Oh,
of
no,
people.
no.
It's a DC in hell. my
I
bad.
mean, if
Yeah.
you're trying to talk Marvel, the closest one we got is Hell.
Maybe.
I mean, you've got Ghost Rider.
yeah,
like-
Yeah,
To be clear,
Fallen.
in Marvel, people absolutely become demons.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Yes.
think I'm. Yeah, I know they do. I think I'm mixing up with Helen or Celine, the black or whatever it is. The witch who's
Oh?
been alive for thousands
Oh.
of years or something.
Huh?
Oh,
No one knows what you're talking
I know
about.
I know who he's talking about. I don't remember her name, but yeah, it's a witch who's been alive for a long time.
Oh, do you mean
Celine Gallio, the Black Queen, I think, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it Gallio? Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah. I was mistaking it for her. I was thinking she was connected to Hell, but she's just been alive for a fuckload long time.
I mean, there is
mean,
a hell in Marvel.
The Ghost
but
Zone would slot less well into Marvel.
there's so much bullshit in Marvel. You could
You
basically
really
just
think?
put in there and go. It's always been there.
Yeah.
You really
you
think
could.
Canon Dracula wouldn't just walk into the Ghost Zone for shits and giggles in fucking Marvel?
Oh, he would.
Let's see what else we got here. We got steps to acceptance. Danny has been hiding a secret about his human half from Jason. After getting scolded by Frostbite, Danny seeks out Jason to forget about his frustrations, and then they have sex. With some
Alright, well,
pushing,
with that-
helpful talk from Barbara, he finally tells Jason, while making a deal he might end up regretting. My attempt
with
at
that, I'm
making
out.
a
See ya.
wheelchair-based Danny.
What?
What?
What did he mean by this?
Danny Phantom in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, he's gonna use his ghost chair to fly around.
Remember, they put one in D&D,
I know.
and it became a command chair that everybody wanted because it's basically it gets like a dozen turns, shoots fucking missiles. It's ridiculous.
I know.
Some
The
artificial bullshit.
funniest fucking shit was the 4chan post about it, where the person in the wheelchair gets hurt, and they get knocked out of the wheelchair, and then the cleric heals them, and then they get up, put their wheelchair back up, and then get back into the wheelchair, and everyone in the party has to pretend they're still crippled.
Yeah.
I
Nobody
mean,
talked about this.
technically, excuse me, I need to put on my nerd glasses. Technically, you can only heal that with a greater restoration. Or a lesser restoration, depending on the injury.
Well, I mean, it really kind of
Unless you
depends.
wish.
You know, if it's just normal damage to their spine or something, it would be healed by a normal heal. DM Fiat could make it explicitly a greater restoration or lesser restoration to fix, but again,
Like, you
lesser
want the rocket
restoration
wheelchair?
is third
Okay.
level.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. They've specifically pointed out in the past that healing spells don't fix congenital defects.
Well, yeah, sure, but if you have a congenital defect, you're not going adventuring anyway in the medieval times.
Well, that's what the wheelchair's for.
Right, but you have to get
Don't
enough
you know?
money to get the wheelchair, which you tend to not be
No,
able
no,
to do.
they're easily available.
Yes, of course, they're
Oh
for
yeah,
free.
anybody can get one.
Government
It's
subsidies.
less than 100 gold.
Yeah.
Government subsidy.
Well, no, again, you have to keep in mind, you say it's less than 100 gold, but the average peasant earns 1 copper a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but starting gold for an adventure is in the range of 15 to 100, depending on how you munchkin it, or to 400. Depending on how you
Yes,
munchkin.
but starting gold for an adventure implies you have some sort of background that gives you the money to buy such items.
Yes, which of course somebody who is a cripple would not,
Yes.
unless their parents are rich, which is a background you can pick.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just saying it's very silly. I'm saying this because I had a character that used a wheelchair, and they were using a wheelchair because they were literally at the end age of their species. They were so old, you were literally rolling a dice every year to see if they died yet from old age. And so I told my DM, I was like, hey, can I have this character be this old, and they have to be pushed around in a wheelchair, and they get levels of exhaustion if they are out of the wheelchair for more than a turn. You know, moving around and shit. Up
But
to the
what's
Constitution.
The upside?
The upside, I got the role play. I got a doll, from Bloodborne to push me around.
He was Gurman.
I was Garmin.
So it wasn't a case of, oh yeah, but I'm also a wizard and I'm old as fuck, so I'm level
No,
20.
I just straight up had a fucking musket that I just shot people with constantly. It was great.
Fair.
Yeah, so that was how it went. Great times with the musket. That was fucking hilarious because it was just I was just rolling crits on that shit all the time whenever we were facing things that were like supernatural. So I was like just blowing people away left and right with the fucking musket in the
Old
wheelchair.
man energy.
Old
That's like, get off
man.
my-
Yeah. Eventually he did give me this broken power armor that let me walk around. But, it was still cool. Like the whole like campaign, I would be able to like roll constantly on repairing the power armor little by little, and he would give me like a magic item here and there to like. That was like, oh, this is the power armor's belt, and it produces a temporary hit point shield, or this is the power armor's like grapple hook or some shit, right? So it was cool. We had a fun time with it.
This is the power armor's peanut. Wait, that's the wrong campaign.
Penile cannon.
Yes.
It's a weapon that will surpass the Metal Gear. Breathes fire out of dick.
Well,
No, worse. It's either the 6 shooters from what's that fucking vampire movie? From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah,
it's a hex mark.
Shooter from Dusk Till Dawn, or it's the thing from Orgasmo, the cock rocket.
I mean, I was making a Metal Gear joke, but yeah, sure. But point being though, you can make a wheelchair work if you're just willing to accept downsides. Like my character had to travel in a straight line. I had to take 5 feet to turn. I got exhausted if I had to move outside of the wheelchair past my constitution bonus. I just willingly accepted all these downsides for literally no benefit because I wanted to roleplay as someone who was crippled.
With what they made the wheelchair was they made it like No said, they made it too good. They gave it a fly speed. It worked underwater. Like,
yeah, it's climbing.
and here's the thing: if you just made it so that the wheelchair hovers, if you just made it that a simple levitation spell keeps it 5 feet and only 5 feet off the ground,
Yeah.
or it can it can go up 15 feet per round as per the what's the spell, Sneaky? Is it the
Levitation?
Levitation.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it is levitate, right?
Yeah.
And you can go 15 feet up
Yeah,
or
yeah,
down
yeah.
per
The
round.
slower hover, yeah.
Yeah, like, but only straight up or only straight down.
Yeah.
Like, if they just done that, then it wouldn't have been better than play. And you know what?
Yeah.
Be like, it's a super cool magical artifact. Goes 20 feet per round.
And it's like
Because here's the thing. Then you can have something be inclusive, but that isn't, from a mechanical gameplay standpoint,
better. Yeah.
something every player's going to want to use.
Right. Yeah.
Because the thing that people forget, yes, this is absolutely a game. Yes, we absolutely want to include people, especially because it's a role-playing game. And you know what? I'll grant people this. It's a tabletop role-playing game. It's not a video game, right? You
Sure.
shouldn't be limited
Yeah.
by what the designers thought to program in. So people ask for a wheelchair. I fully agree that they should get one. And you know what? We're in Magic Land. Make some concessions so that the person in the wheelchair can go on the adventure. But don't make it so good that every player wants to go, I should have a wheelchair.
Well, it's not just that. It's just be reasonable with shit. And also, I mean, I think this generation of people are absolutely cooked in the brain and just cannot comprehend the idea of taking malices with, like, no reward to them.
The children do not understand the concept of min-maxing.
Well, it's not. It's not even.
But it's not
min-maxing.
Min-maxing, you're not getting anything for it.
Quite literally, like my character, like I said, I didn't get anything for all of the debuffs I took to use the wheelchair. I just took them because I wanted my wheelchair use to be thematic, because I wanted to have fun role-playing as an old man.
You wanted to be Gurman.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to have fun, and I took all of these debuffs specifically to make sure that I wouldn't just get out of my wheelchair at one point and play like I normally do for maximum, efficiency. As I wanted to play in a very specific way, and I didn't care if that debuffed me to do it. But all these fucking kids these days, they want to have the most overpowered setup possible at all times for maximum efficiency, because if they're not doing the most DPS at the table, they're not winning D&D.
Yes. Your build wasn't optimal. You weren't using the meta.
Yeah. And it's like, I make fucking silly builds all the time. Like Dunev. I hit maybe 3 people with a sword attack when I played Dunev. The entire 2 years I played as Dunev. I was so bad at hitting things with my sword, so I just did other shit. I did grappling. I did pushing. I sat there with a giant shield deflecting attacks to the person on top of me because they were tiny and I was large. And so we did that. And like I did other things besides do damage because I could, and I was smart enough and creative enough, and I was fine with not doing the most at the table. I was fine playing to my
Nobody wants
theme.
to do that.
I know no one wants to do that these days, but that's my fucking point, though. It's just like, oh, I want to be crippled, but I want to be better than non-crippled people. It's like, I'm sorry, but
Pick
fuck
one.
you. That's not what crippled means. If you are crippled, that means there is something crippled about you. You are not working at peak efficiency.
Do you want to know why?
It's a
Do you want to know
fantasy
why I
world.
usually default to archers and people that shoot things real good in my D&D games, ladies and gentlemen? Because guess what? I am fucking blind in one eye for all intents and purposes. I can barely hit the broadside of a goddamn barn in real life. So you know what? Sometimes it's fun to play characters who go shoot, shoot, bang, bang, and absolutely remove opponents before they get within 30 feet of me.
Yes. And it's
What's wrong
also
with that?
it's also shit
But-
like
Right, my point is, it's a power fantasy for me.
Yeah.
It is quite literally a power
Yeah.
fantasy to have depth perception. That's my power fantasy.
yeah,
Oof.
it's and it's like, oh, well, I don't have working legs. It's my power fantasy to be able to beat up people. It's like, okay, that's fine without needing working legs. It's like you can still do that. You can be like some sort of fucking mage on a floating disc, one with nature, slinging spells at people. And it's like, no, I want to be in the front lines on a wheelchair with rocket boosters. And
No.
there is a limit to power fantasies in games like D&D, not because there's an actual limit, but because you have to respect everyone around you who is also playing the game with you. This isn't Skyrim, where you can mod in your character to be crippled in a rocket-powered wheelchair that shoots laser beams.
Side
can-
note, if that mod exists, fucking share, you greedy
It's
bastard.
hilarious.
Right. So, yeah, if you want to do that in a single-player game, that's fine. I get it. It's honestly, to bring it back to fanfiction, I get it. If you want to have your little daydream about you having the biggest stick in the room and being able to punch clouds with your fists, go for it. But when you post publicly, when you play with other people, you have to take in consideration that you're not the only thing that fucking exists anymore.
Well,
And
don't you know, D&D is a single-player game.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's a PvPvPvE game.
Yeah, right.
And just these people. I mean, we get constant people on here who just get so angry when I tell them I don't like their story. And now I do it pretty Arabically sometimes. Like I'm pretty bad when I leave some of these reviews, but sometimes, and you've all seen it.
You are not what I would consider to be a
acerbic.
pleasant individual.
Sorry, I'm only 8 shots in. Fuck you.
Oh, only 8 shots? You should be able to do better.
But my point being is that sometimes, and you've all seen me do this, sometimes I'll leave reviews where I say, I don't like your story. And they'll be like, me don't like your words! In response.
Yeah, like you give some of the most basic comments like that aren't even insulting, and they'll just spurg out in your DMs.
You
Or
missed.
they'll go into your
you
face.
missed these periods. Your story isn't interesting, and then they just flip their shit. Now, again, like I said, sometimes
Sure.
I'm bad,
Sometimes
and I deserve
you're
it.
a jackass when you do it. But like we've seen it on the show, times when the review is the milk toastiest thing. Like,
Yeah, just the most.
I don't like your plot
basic,
premise. I
bitch.
didn't like this. Your grammar's bad. Here's where
Yeah.
you could improve your grammar. Like, delivered in like, I would say the most neutral tone ever.
Yeah, and they just flip their shit about it, and it's like, I'm sorry, but you are posting your story publicly. It is up to the public's prerogative on how to respond to it.
Bro, you posted your story publicly and we're expecting people to love you instantly.
Exactly, and it's the same shit with these fucking D&D games. As I was trying to play D&D publicly for a while. I was trying to find pubs for D&D. And
That's a mistake.
it was a mistake.
No, hang on. It's not. In this case,
It was, ultimately. But some of these games that I was looking to get into, I would look at all the other fucking character sheets, and I would be like, Jesus Christ, everyone's an edgy McFuckboy who wants to be the most specialist one in the party.
Yeah, like,
Well, yeah.
I feel genuinely sorry for some of those DMs because, like, I'm like, how do you run a game when there's 5 rogues? Like, how do you run a combat encounter when there's 5 rogues and no healers, no support, and the closest thing you get to range is the guy dual wielding hand crossbows?
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Me playing the most standard, stereotypical dwarf you'll ever see.
Yeah, it's so fucking bad. It's so frustrating. It's just so annoying when people, instead of playing a role in the role-playing game,
They're like, no, my character has to be super special, and he's the best. He's
I'm
so
the main
cool,
character,
guys.
damn it.
He has to be supersonic
And it's
racing
like-
nose?
it's like I'm not even saying that, oh, you can't have a power fantasy where you got like prosthetic legs that let you be like the fastest runner. What I am saying is work up to it. You know,
look,
you're
if
not
they
the
have prosthetic
fastest.
legs, I have a very special spell from the Druid spellbook.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is work up to it. At level 1, they're just prosthetic legs. Maybe you get -5 movement speed. But maybe you find a bunch of mithril in like the dungeon when you're at level 5, and you bring it to a smith, and he makes you mithril legs, and now you got +5 movement speed instead of -5. And then
And your
level
legs are now weapons.
yeah, and then at level 10, you get the legs enchanted, and now actually your kicks do more damage than your sword.
You're a monk.
And then you find
Yeah,
like
now
fucking
you're a monk.
rockets at level 15, and now you get like +15
You don't even
movement
need to do
speed and
rockets.
fly.
Shit, dude. Go to a wizard and be like, I want you to make my prosthetic legs into boots of haste.
Right. Like, there's just so many
Oof.
ways you can go about it that are cool and inclusive, and the whole party can be, like, joining you on this quest as you, like, make your legs better, and the DM can incorporate it as a plot hook. But all of these fucking people are like, no, I want to start off as a cripple, and I want my super laser gun, minigun, wheelchair with a helicopter attachment at level 1. And it's just like,
At that point, why would Timmy even want legs?
yeah,
Right?
it's just so boring. It's just so dull. And to bring it all around, now that Fox is here, it's like,
Oh, I've been here for like the last 30 minutes. I just haven't had a good chance to jump in.
I mean, that's fair, and I appreciate it. But
Yeah.
now that you have,
Now, I will say, Pathfinder 2nd Edition did tone it down a lot.
yeah,
These are because I wanted to see just how bad it was. The basic wheelchair, the traveler's chair, costs 5 gold, has a bulk of 3, which I think means it's actually quite bulky. It's got fancy wood, clockwork, or other devices that allow the chair to traverse up and down stairs without additional difficulty. Moving upstairs is still difficult terrain, just like for other characters, and move through other common adventuring terrain without any additional difficulty, like ladders or uneven ground.
Ladders.
Clockwork bullshit. I'll live with it.
Listen. Compared to what D&D did,
Yeah, they gave it a fucking spider leg climbing speed and a whole bunch of other bullshit. Yeah.
I mean, if
Why
you're
they decided to
literally
do that,
using
I have no
spider
idea.
legs, sure.
no. But like, it was like it cost like 20 gold, and it flew, and it had spider climb.
Also,
you could
to be
activate
clear,
at will.
5 gold is 500 days of labor for a peasant with not spending any of the money.
But
that
there's
fucking
nothing saying
movie. But yeah, to bring it all around, now that Fox is able to speak, it's like having a waifu catalog story, right, Fox? It's like, you start off and you take all these drawbacks that actually aren't drawbacks, and actually, even though they gave you all these bonus points, you just happen to be able to counter all the drawbacks instantly because of the bonus points you got.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like the change that they made in regards to like intensity level. So with the intensity level changes, they essentially gave you way less points to start off with. But if you were, efficient in your story writing, and made
People being
a bunch of
efficient in their
characters-
story life, impossible, truly insane.
Yeah, I mean, you have those people that will just try and metagame the shit out of it, and it's like that's fun, every once in a while, it's fun in theory, but the munchkining shit like this doesn't really make for an entertaining story. Like, there has to be some inefficiencies in there somewhere, whether that's just on personal choice of the main character or the author.
Yeah,
but
like
you can't just be good at everything, or just go through and just completely negate the whole purpose of writing the prompt in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this before because people were inspired by Shiro, Dark Wolf Shiro.
Oh no.
Where people will be like, "Oh, yeah, I'll take some flaws. Oh no, I got the bloodlust flaw. Good thing Gamer's Mind counters that." And then there was the next wave of people who were like, "Good thing Gamer's Mind counters that. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, but it doesn't impact me anyway because I still won the fight." It's just like, oh, okay, wow, aren't you so special? You called out all the people before you
today, aren't we?
Yeah, you called out all the people before you about having Gamer's Mind counter the drawback you pulled using Gamer's Mind, and now you're gonna just have them win regardless of the fact that they had this drawback ongoing. Like, so I had this whole moment because my brain likes to think about the random story ideas I have occasionally, right?
Mhm.
It's the DXD I'm Only Human After All story.
That one.
Where, Crow, who is not from Ruby, wakes me up at the abandoned car stop, and, he's filling me in about the fucky abomination creatures, Silent Hill style, filling the town. And he's like, I got a curse. I was like, oh, that's cool. I got a curse too. He's like, what's your curse? I'm like, well, my curse is that if we get into combat, I'm just going to descend into a berserker's rage. He's like, my curse is that I have bad luck whenever I get lucky. I'm like, wow, we're fucked.
What's your curse, kid? My curse. I every time I get into combat, I lose depth perception. What?
Huh?
Huh?
But
That's not good.
I will say, Atin, I did actually have a moment recently. I had a depth perception moment where I walked into the kitchen and the light's to the left of me, the left side of my head, and I go to flick the light and I miss, and then I miss, and then I miss, and then I miss, and I'm like, God fucking damn it. So then I slap the wall and slide my hand down the wall.
I hate that because I've had moments of that, like, wait, where the fuck is it?
Get out of here! Get out of
Pick
here,
something
depth
up,
perception
miss.
haver.
Yeah, you don't get to complain about this shit.
My Sneaky, my personal favorite is every time you go to put the cup down.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh no.
Well, because I'll put the cup down. I'll be like, fine. I look down at the cup. I'm like, wait a second. Push.
Or my favorite is you're like, yeah, I got plenty of time before I could put the cup down. Slam cup into table. Everyone in the room. What's wrong? I didn't know where the cup was on the table.
Yeah, I've done that
Oops.
before. I've also done I'll grab this thing next to the cup. Slaps cup over.
God fucking
Damn it.
So I had that problem as a child where I kept knocking stuff over, and then I got yelled at so many times for knocking cups over that I just became ultra paranoid.
I actually
Understandable.
slapped a cup full of water into my computer one time.
Oh,
And that's why I no longer place any liquids to the left-hand side of me.
But there is a reason that I have a stealable cup.
Yeah, same. Same, yeah.
I did something similar to my one of my previous PCs.
I would say, listen, first of all,
You're just
depth
stupid,
perception
Aura.
or not,
Yes.
if you're drinking liquids around your computer, you should have a sealable
You
cup.
should.
Like,
Well, also, it should be the farthest position from your computer possible. But yeah.
yes.
Yep.
yes, it should be the farthest position possible. But honestly, if it's a sealable cup and you get a good one, like not some janky piece of shit, honestly, it doesn't need to be that far from your computer. It could be right there.
Don't trust it.
Never trust.
Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, like it can. Honestly, you don't need to get it doesn't need to be that good. Anyway, point is, my point is that get out of here, depth perception havers. We hate you.
Yes.
Oh, Sneaky.
Yep.
This my personal favorite. So I had to go. They changed our eye insurance at my workplace.
Oh yes,
which
of course. Yep.
honestly made me sad.
Yeah.
Because we had fantastic vision. Sneaky, I got an exam and a completely new pair of $400 lenses. It cost me $150.
I really should get new lenses. I really should. I haven't updated my glasses in 7 years.
Bro, you
Yeah,
gotta update that
same
shit.
here.
You know
Yeah,
you
that
gotta
was-
update that shit.
Same.
That
Um,
explains why you can't see BKB.
What?
That explains why you can't see the allure behind Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Shut the fuck up.
But do you know how many licks it takes to get a sensor of a Tootsie Pop?
1, 2, 3.
No, the world may never know.
Get the fuck out.
Well, it depends on if she's
Both of you are
moving or
fired.
not.
Anyway,
What?
but Sneaky, the doctor was doing the thing where they look through your medical history,
Oh,
they
yeah.
run all the tests,
Yep.
and they go, "Wow, they're like, wow, some of this stuff, it's almost like you have depth perception." I'm like, no, it's because I've had this problem for 30 fucking years.
Yeah, it's like, gee, doc, it's almost like I was born with this issue and just naturally compensated over time after slamming my dick into the side of a table long enough.
Ooh. Oh.
That did happen at least once to both of us. I can guarantee it. I've never heard the specific story from Sneaky.
You
I guarantee
really
it
don't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I will say, however, I have stabbed myself on numerous occasions on the edge of a table, thinking I had
yes.
way more clearance than I actually did.
Bro, Stage Crew was what helped me put that on lock.
Yeah.
Because again, the nice guy who ran Stage Crew, super nice dude, only ever had me move the heavy stuff. He went back through 4 years of notes. Wow, Atin, I really only ever had you move heavy stuff, didn't I?
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Up to and including the barricade in Les Mis. I loved being in that barricade because I was on the stage for the entire show and no one could see me because I was hiding in the barricade.
Let's see what other garbage we got here. We got Danny Phantom and Helltaker.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Why?
I'm sorry, what?
Why?
I mean, horny.
Yes.
I mean, why
I
would
was
you
gonna say.
No.
Why would you subject the Helltaker girls to that crossover?
Danny's parents finished their portal and it opens to hell instead of the ghost zone. And Danny is caught in it and meets Lucifer. Lucifer's power has been split up and she forces Danny to help her. But when other people start finding her powers and demons start coming out of the portal, what can he do but fuck her?
Oh,
Huh?
Yep, makes sense.
32 chapters, 62,000 words.
Listen. If you're gonna make a story, oh, you know what? I should commission exactly 69 chapters of Tanya's Zeltron.
God damn it, no.
It has to be exactly 42,000 words long.
That's no.
I thought it'd be 34.
You know,
That's all.
actually, now that I think about it, right? Fox, you should write about Science Cock.
What
I
did
would
he
have
mean
to
by
look at
this?
the. I'd have to look at
The specs.
how.
Yeah.
How lengthy it is, how girthy.
It's pretty short, don't worry.
Well,
it
it's
doesn't take
kinda
too long to get
short,
through.
Don't worry, it's just the right size. I haven't had any complaints yet.
That would require having someone else to complain about it.
Yeah, not too many people touch Science Cock these days. Just really
I'm the only
Sign
one using
touches
my
Science
cock
Cock,
today.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
really? Is that what you're telling yourself in the institution?
Yes.
He actually announces it out loud to everyone whenever he starts touching it.
I mean, listen, some of the stories I've
You
heard
need
about mental
warning for that.
institutions, that would not surprise me.
But no, it's a lot simpler than the typical waifu catalog stuff. So I mean, I don't know. You were speaking about needing it to be more concise. So maybe you'll find something interesting there. That's not.
Now, here's my question for you, Fox.
Mhm.
Have you written about anyone going to grippy sock jail yet?
I'm sorry,
Grip-
to what?
What?
Jesus
What?
You
Christ!
don't know about the grippy sock jail?
Jesus
That's
Christ!
the mental institution. You get
Oh,
the grippy socks
you
because
get
they don't
the-
let you wear shoes because you can't have shoelaces.
Yeah. Some people eat
mean,
them. Some people try and kill other
Implying
people
I
with
can't
them.
hang someone with socks.
As a matter of fact, socks are pretty durable, and if they're grippy socks, then that means you can make
you
them.
can, but it's more work, which means they have more time to stop you.
Yeah, that's true.
See, I thought when you said grippy socks, like grippy sock gel, like the long sleeves, and they're kind of like grippy socks for your arms.
Yes.
You
I
hug
see.
yourself
That's not
all
where
the
my
time.
mind went.
Yeah, Science mind probably went, and he stopped me if I'm wrong, the fleshlight direction.
Yeah.
Yes, the
That's what I thought.
No, I think the closest I've ever written an insane character to was Freya from the Don Machi.
Yeah, you know what? That's true, yeah.
Bitch be crazy.
She was pretty
But
crazy
worth
on
it.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, I would stick my dick in crazy.
No, please do not stick your dick in grave.
Sign, you'll
Good
stick
for
your
Freya.
I don't know
dick in
how many
anything.
times I have to say this. Stop it.
Sign will stick his
Work
dick
for
in
Freya.
anything that has a pulse or stops moving long enough for him to catch up.
I think
No, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Stein is a
She's a
gentleman.
woman.
Stein
No,
is a
he's not.
gentleman. He waits for permission.
There you go.
Yep.
Silence is
Because-
interpreted as permission if she's
Yeah,
silent
of
for long
course,
enough.
yeah. Yeah,
I was trying to-
I knew he was going that
sexy,
I was
direction.
trying to make you look better.
Look at this sexy tree knot.
No, I'm just gonna take it and run with it. The worst place I can go.
Mhm. Of course.
A nature lover ends up in like a monster girl world, and they go up to fuck the tree nut, and it turns out it's a dryad, and they're like, "Ew."
That would be hilarious.
No, why'd you stop, babe? Oh no, I thought you were a
Sorry, I'm
cypress.
not interested.
No. Here's what you gotta have.
I thought you were
Here's
straight.
what you gotta have it be. They gotta stop halfway through. Like the dryad comes out. At first I was mad, but this is just keep going. And they just get halfway through. Oh,
Ooh,
hey,
No.
and it's
no,
gone.
I
That's
thought you were. I didn't think you were real. Could you
go back to being a tree?
Go away. Be quiet. Shut your mouth.
just
Oh,
go-
hey, look, this is a great one to read. I'm gonna read this one out loud for Nosehair.
No.
Mimi and Phantom. Dell, better known as the Engineer, is taking a vacation from the endless battles he's been in. Taking along his robotic family, to anyone not aware, the TF2 fandom has become so desperate that they have now waifuized all of the creations of the Engineer. So there is a dispenser waifu, a mini turret waifu, and a turret waifu now.
hang on?
Yep.
They were already that desperate. That's not new.
Yeah,
Look,
but
our
it is
dad
a
went out to
recent
go get
change.
milk, and he decided to come back as a new father with like 2 kids that he doesn't fucking.
Anyway,
consider his
soon he visits his cousin Maddie and her family. Now the killer robots must live a peaceful life that is anything but peaceful. And Mimi, the first of the killer robots, takes notice of Danny. That's right. This is a Danny times Mimi story.
Why?
Ghost fucks
could be
robot.
worse. It could be worse.
It could. I don't want it to be worse.
Yeah.
I'm tempted
I
to
know
ask
you'll become
how,
worse.
but I don't
Don't
want to
get
know.
worse.
Remember, don't fist the androids.
I mean, but if you're already
Don't fix the
dead,
Android girls.
is there really a downside?
Does age matter if they're dead?
Jesus Christ. I thought that would
That's
come
just
out of
her from
Sign's
you.
mouth.
So did I. So did I. I was like, wait, that's that side? Oh no.
Oh, God.
Max isn't here,
And
so
gives
someone
up a
has
few
to take
things
away
for
the
his
talking
streams.
privileges.
Yeah. Oh, don't mute him.
I know you're gonna unmute him in like 2 seconds.
I
so.
did.
And he enables him.
I mean, hey, look.
No.
Look. It's
No.
still not worse than Blizzard putting out a gay beach chair and a trans life ring.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
So Blizzard
my
decided to put out a new paid set of toys. So toys in World of Warcraft refer to items you can activate without a actual effect in game beyond a cosmetic ability to, like, sit in the chair and stuff like that. And they added a beach chair that had the pride flag on it and the life ring, that little lifeguard ring that they throw to people drowning. That had the trans colors on it, which is
Okay.
funny for a whole different level. Yeah.
Somebody's drowning in a whole lot of depression. It would have been the only way they could have made that even better is if they put like 47%.
Yeah, like
on
the
it.
problem here is, right? Like the problem here is that Blizzard just finished partnering with Saudi Arabia.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Didn't you hear, Sneaky? They're hosting a Pride celebration now.
Is it on the rooftop?
No, actually, no. So, actually, in celebration of Pride, they actually hung their first gay person with a rainbow-themed rope. I'm not joking either.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, you're not joking?
No, I'm not.
No,
that's
he's
not. That actually happened.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
wow.
actually fucking.
So this is why I say it's still not at that level of a literal company putting out Pride LGBTQ merchandise while also partnering with a country to host tournaments in that literally hangs gay people. I find it a little
yeah,
bit,
Well, the whole thing is it's not even on the company. Like I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's not even on the company. It's on the people that they're pandering to. If the people they're pandering to are so
look.
unaware and so caught up in their own agenda that they can't see that the people that are pandering to them don't actually care as long as you purchase and consume product, then then that's gonna be the end result.
Well,
Yeah,
the
you're not
people
wrong.
they're pandering to are the ones making the fucking game at this point. They've hired all those people into those positions.
That's also true as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's a very awkward whole situation because it's just like I mean in general I wouldn't be a huge fan of
where was the story? Where was the news story from Kotaku about all of the Blizzard employees that striked over the decision to partner with oh wait, we didn't hear one? That's
Oh,
interesting.
that didn't happen?
Yeah, it's just, it's a little. I mean, especially when these companies go out and they don't change their Saudi Arabia Twitter handle to be in line with the rest of the company, shall we say? It's I just find it a little bit distasteful.
It's a wee bit odd, lads.
Yeah, it's nothing can really get worse than that. At this point.
Don't tempt them; they'll try.
I mean, I do want them to try. I'm an accelerationist, of course. So them getting worse just furthers my political goals. But
acceleration is great, except when it's going the way your enemy wants it to go, then it's bad.
Yes, me.
Yes, you have solved politics. Good job.
What?
Congratulations.
What the fuck? Ghosts and dragons. Danny one night gets really fucking drunk on some foreign soda.
My man got Zaz.
For passing middle school with good grades, wanders into a forest and meets a dragon that turns into a really cute girl. Do you realize how little that narrows it down in Danny Phantom?
Kobayashi's dragon maid.
One thing leads to another, and now she's his maid, and more dragons are appearing in his house, some of which you also want to fuck him, and now ghosts are showing up, and puberty is happening. That's right, this is a Danny Phantom fucks Toru and Elma story.
Now, okay, hang on.
Those are good
I
waifus.
do want to see I do want the comedy value of the Fentons, right? Hardcore
Yes.
scientists, solid understanding of the world and reality. The fuck you mean there are dragons?
And then Toru just proceeds to magic right in front of them.
I mean, no. I mean, they would handle it pretty well on a thing. All things considered, the second they saw the dragon, they'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they immediately pull out scientific tools and start studying.
Yeah. Also, oh, we came from another dimension. Oh, that's cool. So there's dimensions other than the ghost zone?
More like, oh, that's cool. So that explains why you can do all the shit we can't do here. Neat. I want to study it.
And then they would build a portal to the dragon zone. And maybe a portal to the chalk zone while they're at it.
Actually, yes.
Man, chalk zone was some fucking
Sneaky.
shit.
I'm feeling
What?
old.
Chalk zone.
Chalk Zone was great.
What's the chalk zone song? Jesus Christ. I can't believe Chalk Zone actually existed. Neither can I, man. Neither can I.
Didn't it like
What the
spawn
fuck is
some
a
pretty
chalk
like
zone?
high profile voice actors too?
Yes, it did.
No, really, what's a chalk zone?
I just posted it.
Oh, yeah, I've never heard of that.
I remember playing the fucking Flash game a whole
Oh
bunch. of
god,
them.
Yeah.
that game.
The Flash
This
game was
fucking
actually pretty
game.
fun.
Sneaky, you were aging me like holy
This is
fuck.
it's so great. Basically, Chalk Zone is literally every young kid's fucking fantasies turned into a TV show, because the whole premise of the TV show is that one day during detention, Rudy, the main character, picks up a piece of chalk and starts writing on the chalkboard, but he, makes like an O or something at one point, and the O starts shining, and he's like, oh shit, what the fuck? And he like sticks his eye through, and he like sees the chalk zone where all of the erased chalk pictures and shit go when they're erased from the chalkboard. And then he makes a bigger hole, and he is able to jump through the hole, and now he's in the chalk zone. But because he has the magic chalk, that's literally what it's called in the show, he's able to draw shit. So it's like, oh no, a dragon is burning down Chalk City, and so he draws like a plane, and then draws like a big jar of glue that he pours on the dragon's feet to make it stop moving. Shit like that.
Sign
It was
don't
great.
Sign don't make it horny.
It was a weird show, to be honest, all things considered. But also at the same time, it was very purely young kid fantasy.
Apparently.
Yes.
Well, it was a simple show. It wasn't trying to be anything else.
Yeah, no,
So it was-
and that's
it was
fine.
like,
Yeah.
what was it? What did you say? The monster of the week or something kind of premise?
Effectively, it was Monster of the Day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Chalk Zone didn't have much of a long-term plot. It's always just whatever the episode was.
It had a character arc for Rudy where he learned to share, he learned not to be selfish, he learned to help people without expecting rewards. The generic stuff that, modern society wants every man to learn, and how they're a disposable, consumable.
Not girls, though.
Well, no, of course not. Male only. Lost to Foster, working title. A Batman Danny Phantom story. Danny's
Cancer.
parents have found a new way to track Phantom down using an emotion radar. This leads Danny to run away and somehow end up in the Gotham foster system under Bruce Wayne's care. Cross-posted to AO3 and Tumblr.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
You know where that's going.
What the fuck? Dating a demon. After Corset's latest plan fails, Scanty and Knee Socks take on a new kind of punishment, a vacation. Finding themselves cut off, they moved into Amity Park, and the sisters disown him. Huh? Disown
What do they
who?
mean by this?
And make plans for themselves until Knee-Socks falls in love with Danny Fenton. A Danny Fenton times Knee-Socks story of Danny Phantom and Panty and Stocking and Garter Belt.
Oh boy.
No.
Wow.
I agree. No, I refuse.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds dumb.
Yeah, I feel like we're done.
Yep, let's find something
Yeah.
else.
I'm okay. I'm gonna go.
Let's end the
Good
night.
gamers.
Let's find the worst Naruto story possible.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm already looking. Well, I'm looking. I'm at fanfiction.net looking at Naruto stuff, and I'm like, I just see a.
What the
Bro.
actual fuck did I just flashbang myself with? What? Wow.
What did
That's
you
a
do?
good question. What did you flashbang yourself with? Can we just not find out?
Reincarnated as a cute little bot and the most powerful than my past life. Naruto times Yandere Fem Kurama harem story. Isekai of Naruto get reincarnated as an astrobot. Universe sex. Also, Kurama is Yandere, but not really. Planning to make her a Rimuru seal. She serve her master. Kill every girl that heart him.
Did I
That
hear
has
Astro
to be a
Boy?
troll. That has to be a troll. There's no fucking way.
People are stupid enough that this could be legit.
Did I have a stroke?
That was
Am I
our
having a
words.
stroke?
God damn, those were. Oh no!
You killed
Um,
Sneaky. Good job.
Well, if there's other, if this author is a troll, then goddamn, he's a good one because he's got 8 other stories that read the exact same way. Yeah, these are words that are being said in the English language.
Most unfortunate.
Aot, Rise of King of
punctuation.
Monsters. Take place
punctuation at all.
after Attack Titan Eren reinstated as Godzilla. Go Rampage. Our new protagonist, Misaka daughter, have dream about killing Godzilla because he killed her parents.
Wait, we found this like a week or two
Yeah,
ago.
we did. Yeah, we did. He's apparently posted more stories since then.
A grand total of
2.
4,000 words
Yeah,
of stories.
yeah. I'm gonna put this in
4,000
shit
too many.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
Forbidden Siren 3. A My Hero Academia Siren Forbidden Siren crossover. This is
Yeah, I
world
think
no
I'm done,
quirk.
good night.
Izuku is moving abandoned island that we all know because he have whole place to himself, but he have to survive against bunch of monster that try to kill him. Build harem of monster girl, monster sex, nurses girl, lot of lemon sex, literacy. You're right about that last one, author.
Literacy.
There is going to be a lot
Sorry,
of
did you say
illiteracy.
literacy?
No, illiteracy. There's going to be lots of illiteracy.
I am be learning words now.
Yeah, I are taught it very well.
Okay.
God,
No.
I think my ability to write for the rest of the evening has been shot.
Well, don't
Sneaky.
worry. These reviewers are proving you are correct. Reading this man's stories, in fact, lowers your IQ. Here's this man's first review. I can see Izuku have sex with girl class 1A, but they monster girl. Suyu her normal frog look because can be passed off. Her monster appearance she first won Izuku sex with.
What?
Ugh.
Can you stop?
What?
I'm getting a headache.
Yes.
That was a legit review. Holy
That
shit.
was a real review. The realest review ever. Wait, don't tell me. Hold up. There's other reviews. Okay, see, so we have, he's got another story called Legend of Zelda Rise of the Beast. Take place after Tear of Kingdom. Yes, all 3 timeline merge together. Boy Uzumaki, Naruto, descendant of Link.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
The fuck you say?
So his reviewers, I honestly, his reviewers all also don't have grammar. So I really believe reading this man's stories actively reduces your IQ. Because here's his reviews. Script format isn't really a liked thing on website, but from what you have here, it could be pretty good. Maybe reread before post. Catch grammar errors. I look forward seeing how you improve.
These have to be like sock puppet account reviews. I refuse to believe sentient people
Yeah.
actually made these.
The
he
author
writes his own reviews.
No, he
That
does.
is so bad.
No, one of his reviews is his own review responding
Oh,
to
God.
another review. So the first review is, you read it like script on fanfic, it frowned upon right like this, more of Wattpad thing, your story idea, original and very good, off-putting to read it like read script or like fashion.
What?
And the author responds with, "Think you first, you, the one first that did not harass my fanfic by toxic shipper."
What in the feels like retard to retard communication.
This is true.
sharing
Retard to
brain
retard communication. So
They share one brain cell together.
there is collectively a single brain cell. By their powers combined, they make a single brain cell. Urban legends. This is a Naruto story. This modern horror AU of Naruto, he killer, but Sakura is only one. No, Naruto is killer, killer. Yes, Naruto killer. Naruto have wear mask. He mask killer. Sakura fall in love with Naruto. Kill P-Apple in Urban Legends. Take place LA, USA. Warning, following fan story, blood, gut, sex more.
Well, I mean, at least he's got the fact down that women will go for a killer.
And so his first review he's ever received was, "Get off office website, dumbass, 1K word that you in fact uppercase everything for bios, how pathetic you are, dumb ass for teenager B."
What? Even his own kind are turning against him. What the fuck?
No, I have to call it done because I think I actually understood that. And if I understood that, that means I'm losing IQ. I'm done.
You just suffered a brain hemorrhage. Like, it makes sense now.
It makes sense. I can't stand it. No.
So this is an Owl House story. I don't even know what the fuck Owl House is. Well, I sort of do, but I don't want to
pedo
know.
shit
Yeah, I know. I know it's the
on,
pedo
Cartoon
shit,
Network.
but I don't really fucking care, right? Okay. So the story. Keep in mind, this is an Owl House fic. Uncharted Honor Among Thieves. 5 years ago, Uncharted 4 lulls teenage girl that she is disappointment about two sexuality, bi and hetero, but by that her mother abused her for just being bi. After being weird, that lulls found out she adopted so-called mom. Meet Sully to find treasure, Galeo Gali, gold, find real dad, Nate, people, demon realm, who.
What?
What?
No. 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 I'm done. I'm out. Chapter C.
No. Wait, one more effect. One more effect sign. One more.
One more. No. Chapter C on this shit.
Oh no. You okay, Sneaky?
I'm good.
Choke to death.
Oh. Please be a person who just discovered the internet. You and me both. Alright, so... okay, so I do want to see the newest story here. Okay, so he's no longer writing in a script, and he's actually separating dialogue now?
Oh, wow.
That's actually impressive.
We're sort of making progress?
But it's like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
It's just, not even certain if it's like 2 complete paragraphs, you know, with 4 to 5 sentences.
I left a review. I had to.
Oh no.
Of course you did.
I think I just had a stroke.
Understandable.
There's no way that is 500 words. There's no fucking way.
The blood is pouring down the wound of the stomach that belongs to Naruto. Walking down street, he knows that this is time to fight of his life. Naruto cough of blood as he feels tired. Damn, I guess it is death by unknown blade. I'm sorry guys, take care. He knows that he is weak like he died one thing. He can see his mother as he sees everyone of passed on like Sakura Hinata, his wife Pervy Sage. As he closes his eyes, he hear a voice of the world, it very muffled. Naruto is waiting to drift off to the afterlife, but he not feeling he feel off. Like he's still moving, just little bit after he try wake up, he saw system and it said power on. As it on, he turned his new surrounding to see place with Bot. As he walked close to door, Naruto here welcome Astrobot. As he look at the water floor and see himself as cute little robot with no moth and blue cape on back. What fuck happening? He committed on himself. He committed. Yeah, I mean, you definitely are committing things.
Commit war
Nope.
crimes.
Nope. I'm done.
Yeah.
Your
He's
poor
so
eyes.
cute, and he also said he more cute than Kurama. He hear deep voice. Hey, I heard that brat. He turn around fast, see Bot like him, but angry red eye. He quickly realized this Kurama. The voice of world said Kurama is girl in past life. Naruto screamed, what the foo? In faraway woods, in dark castle, evil robot, demon, lord, wizard, so gods chose new heroes, so I love to meet him. He create bots that made of pure evil and despair with virus. Naruto and Kurama are walking. He still can't believe Kurama is female. Now he can't see his mom, dad, Hinata, but now he cute robot in another world as he keep talking. He saw Kurama about to fall, but caught her by her cape that is similar to his, as she blushed as he flew in water. What was that for, Kurama? Look at him, she said baka as she blushed at him. Get back up here, brat, as she walk off. What is she problem? He heard giggle girlbot, but look like princess.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think a fifth grader could write a more.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, that is.
It's a story.
I wouldn't even call it a story.
Same.
Oh god. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That just hurt.
Yep.
You guys subject yourselves to this?
I'm
willingly?
drinking. Yeah. No, I drink, so I don't take damage.
I'm just sober.
Yeah. I'm certain a fifth grader would do better. Yeah, he would. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock, which means it's time to end the podcast. So, we'll see everyone on Tuesday, because there's always more. There we go. Hey. Can't forget that part. Unfortunately, there is always more. And it does always.